Go.
And we are live once again with another episode of Abby Agus Dancing Hut, The Witch Hunters. And we are a Cameron down this session, but the show must go on. Last time, you guys managed to figure out a little bit of this murder mystery that was going on. Somehow, the Chicken Knight had been murdered, and in plain view of the actual guest quarters, you tried to trace down who the killer was, but to do that, maybe talking to the dead was one way to do it. I think it was yes, Tanner who came up with the idea to take his body to the you went to the freezer where you'd was storing it, and you gave it a potion. This potion was one created by Grick, and in a strange twist of events, actually created Grick in a weird way, as when you administer it to a corpse, it has a chance to bring them back to life. But if it doesn't, it will instead separate the spirit and they will be roaming the world as a ghost instead. You had to try and control this thing. It was seemingly hell bent on reliving its final moments, and so it struggled, span around, tried to peck and push you guys away. But you were able to dodge out of the way just as it flew forwards. I think it ended up possessing poor old Eridanus, but in a way that became easier then to interact with them, as you were able to calm them down, talk to them, and Grizz was able to translate using his speak with small beast kind of feature, and he got the clue that they were on their way to deliver a message, one that Lady Mora was giving you, and apparently she was in the prison. The You still don't know actually who killed the Chicken Knight. That part is still sort of shrouded in a little bit of mystery, but you might have a good inkling now. After finally releasing the Chicken Knight, his spirit faded away as he was, I think, dispelled through protection. Yeah, I think he was passed on via divine means, and you went straight towards the prison to get answers. Took a while to bust this thing open though, as these animated chains were preventing passage. In the end, Ember got lost his patience and let loose a flaming wall of fire that did eventually burn away the chain, but it seemed very resistant. During this moment, in fact, you saw the flask open up and a fruity-like being emerge and overcame the immunity to fire that these chains were supposedly have. And another one beyond that, you had to convince the chain. You just basically intimidated it, telling it, if you don't want to end up like that other one, you'll open up, which it did. And you entered into this metal paneled flooring, the magical barriers on each cell kind of giving off this faint bluish glow, and two large hulking figures, mounds of chains with spiked balls hanging from um, their limbs and hooked hands as well in other places. The creatures spoken in an infernal tongue. They could also communicate telepathically, and they did not allow you any form of entry, telling you to go away. Eventually, you decided to just break your way in, as Lady Mora was clearly visible in one of these cells. So quite a grueling battle took place where you had to fight off animated chains from every different angle as they surrounded you. Uh, they started passing through the gate. You managed to kind of bust that open. Grizz was having horrible visions, but he managed to steal himself. And a good use of an adamantine chain as well to critically destroy these objects. Um, yeah, eventually both the chained creatures fell in a heap in the prison, and you were able to decipher a code that had a combination to unlock this place. It was the seventh cell, or was it the sixth? One of them, which was one of the levels of the nine hells.
Yeah.
I believe Stygia.
Yes.
And entering in that code in the infernal runes, finally managed to bust it open, with some help from Daruka, because he was able to translate the runes for you. Lady Mora agreed to tell you everything about her past, and but she is a little bit shaken after just being busted out of prison. She is concerned for Lady Eleanor. She says, "I believe that Baba Yaga is preparing for something, a ritual that includes her. I have been raising her myself, readying her to take on such responsibilities, but I am still concerned that perhaps this is a step too far for the young girl."
Just,
Not just
ju-
too far, but
Go ahead.
I was just gonna interject. Not just too far, but probably in the wrong direction as well.
Well, does Elena have any idea whatsoever about what she's going to be required to do?
I believe so, but so did Natasha, and look where she's gone. She didn't seem to have
Yes.
any interest in it.
Well, there is the fact that, from our understanding at least, that Natasha would have gone along with if it wasn't for Twilight freeing her from the necklace she wore, which was controlling her mind to some extent, which we believe may be the same for Eleanor.
Right.
She wanted to go. I was so close. Lady Mora. I was so close.
But something stopped her.
The
And
necklace.
yes, unless we can break whatever spell is on the necklace, then I fear that taking Eleanor out of here might cause her more harm mentally than good.
Hmm.
She'll at least never
There's this.
forgive us unless we break it.
Lady Mora. Do you think
Yeah.
maybe and I'll turn my palm, I'll invert it and show her the one remaining flame.
Hmm.
Do you think maybe this could it would be so nice to see her able to see the planes, the material planes that she. I'd love to show her my hometown. It's beautiful, especially at night. It's gorgeous.
Your this ring. I know it. I know its power, but did you have Tereg identify this?
Yeah. Tarek had a look at it. Said it's cursed and made by that cauldron creature, Slurg or Slum or I can't remember what his name is.
Crud, I
But
believe.
Crud.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ari.
Nickname.
Glad you were here for that. Yeah. Ember will smirk assholishly. Uh, uh,
If it was
so I
created,
wonder if yes, exactly. If perhaps there's like a safeguard or something for her that she's put on it.
I very much doubt that Baba Yaga would give you something so powerful that it
It
could be used against her.
That's my concern as well. This is very limited in both scope and uh, function. It
hmm.
doesn't function
Things
how it should. Doesn't function by law.
as is for the same with a lot of items created with that cauldron. It is almost as if there's an essence of her own will imbued in the items,
Merle just look at his hand. He'll reach with his other finger and knowing that he has the bottle now, go to take the ring off, then grip it, start pulling on it, and then kind of shake his head, put it back on his finger, close his fist, and nod at her.
There
You have
is.
still used it for great things, but what I'm suggesting is that to use it against Baba Yaga, it might fail completely.
There is another option, though. It
Thorlu's
seems.
breath is gone. It's gone.
Well, Eleanor saw Ladorthu's breath, didn't she?
She was there, Ari.
Okay.
We had her right there. We were so close.
What if,
Fuck.
what if we, and this is a maybe, and I don't know if it will work, but if we can get her to dream of it near the conjuration chamber, perhaps she can conjure some more.
And then have more. What else is she gonna dream of? What other weird creatures are
Well,
gonna?
that's
And
the,
something as
that's
magical as that just be conjured out of nowhere? I mean,
well,
a false Natasha is one thing, but
she also conjured a false Jaden, and he was a powerful devil. This is just the essence of something.
There is a fabrication chamber that produces furniture. I don't think it would produce Loru's breath.
But in terms
Amber
of
stammers back and forth a bit.
in terms of her dreaming up other things, that's something I might be able to influence so she doesn't.
I've seen
how
her.
do you mean? So she influence things so she doesn't.
Well, Ember, as you experienced recently, it's possible to enter someone's dreams and manipulate them to some extent. I wouldn't be able to get anyone else in. I'm not the hags with their weird mental thread, but I could get in and try to shape her dream in that direction, but there's no guarantees with it, is the thing.
Lady Mora, what do you suppose made her dream up an alternate you?
There is that issue as well. I am unsure. I've not been by her side recently. Perhaps she missed me, but that is an issue to resolve. Did you say that?
I hired good help, yes. And Varen, you're sure that the message was received, right? By Zankiri, Varen?
Yeah.
Good. Be sure. I don't think she'll dream up a Zankiri, Lady Mora, so we can be pretty sure that at least he's real.
Yes.
But Stenrith and you are definitely we should have some kind of a password or something.
Listen, there is somewhat of a play here we could make. Tana, you said you agreed to meet this Lady Mora of me? And Tana says, yeah, we was gonna have a dinner together. Hmm. And perhaps it is best that I remain hidden for now. At least until you've dealt with this fake one. All the while she believes that I'm in prison. She thinks that she's fooled you.
There's quite the mess here. I think it's going to be quick news that you've been breached by us.
Well, that all depends on what sort of sensors and stuff are on here. It might
You
be...
there, say nothing! And I'll point at you. Or I swear I'll...
Yeah, I think he's already been gagged with chains.
Yeah.
Oh, and
let
the
you out if
he
you
released.
promise to keep... We released him, yeah.
Yeah, I
The
think
orc
he was
released
more
went up.
on about the very
gone?
soggy Dr. Geralt's
Yeah,
down
no,
there.
he's the one gagged with chains.
Yes.
So, this is my idea. Tanner, you go along with this little dinner date. that you have prepared and see what her motives truly are. Perhaps she is planning something. I mean, she will have you alone.
Daya, where'd Daya go? Daya, where? Everybody, Daya? Is Daya missing? She's
No, I'm not
snooped
on the.
off somewhere.
No, I'm just not on the board.
Oh.
I'm not showing up on Foundry either. I'm just refreshing it, but yeah, sorry. I should be in the room somewhere, I think. Or did
Yeah.
I run off to get something?
No, you ran off last week to get the password information, but then you ran back.
That's right, I came back. Yeah.
And I don't remember
Okay.
you leaving after that.
Yeah, I think I just can't get in.
I'll try to gather everybody, including Grizz. Come close, whisper.
Right. So this is the play.
Yeah, yeah.
You're... What?
What's happening?
Dana, you go along with this dinner date. And then, if you want to get rid of these copies, of which I suggest we do, as all they have either been intent on is murdering their one who dreamt them up, or killing you in total. I would
Yes.
suggest that we ambush them, turn the tide, so to speak.
I agree completely. We have to protect Elena at all costs. She needs to be protected. I can pay Zankiri for 5 more days, but that's it.
Once she has been removed, then I can come out of hiding, and then I'll be willing to share my own story. But that is not of importance right now. Eleanor's safety is my only priority. I'm trusting
For
you.
sure.
I'm trusting you, Zankiri, and even Senrith to make sure that no harm comes to her.
Okay, so here's how this works. Wait. Uh, we need a password, so we know that it's always you. Uh, so I come close. And I'll actually cast message. Everybody just stay still and focus. And I'll point individually at each party member, including Varen and Lady Mora, and I will say, "The password is swordfish."
It's
and
always
and
so.
don't say the password. And I'll cast message specifically. Maybe actually even do I have? I don't have any fucking sorcery points. I can't subtle spell it. Okay, I'll just cast message and point individually. Say password is swordfish.
And
Use this password so that we know you're real.
what is the keyword for when requesting the password?
1447. No. Is it 14? What's the 1554? 1451? Yeah, that's it. 1451. Always
So
a good number.
when one person says that number, the other one responds with swordfish.
Of course, yes.
Sorry, say the number again. 1457.
What is the number that's always used, Chris, in like every video game?
Well,
Universal
it
video
just
game.
it needs to be something not so complicated. It needs to be something like
0451. That's it.
How
Sorry.
about
Okay.
how about what shall we have for dinner tonight?
that's
Perfect.
much better,
That's
Herodotus.
easier to remember, yes. Sorry.
Much better. Thank you. Now, I shall hide away for now. This is up to you. Deal with this fake Mora, and then I can talk.
Yes. Just before you leave, Lady Mora, do you know where these other 2 chambers lead to?
She looks over towards them and says, "That one leads to Natasha's laboratory." And the other, that leads to the hallways with the guard drakes. But there is no chains left on them. You've defeated the... It basically, this is all a loop. It's all looped around. The doors match the color of the door in Tasha's quarters. Anyways, I shall leave this in your charge.
We will not fail. Absolutely not fail. You can count on us.
All right. She steps through the wall and disappears.
Tanner, you got a bit of a game to play tonight, buddy. A little dinner date. See if we can get her back alone in one of the rooms, and then we dispose of this foul conjuration.
I hope
Right.
you've got sort of plan of seduction or charm or something in mind.
Look at him,
She's,
Daya. He's gorgeous. He'll be fine.
Well, yes, but she's wiser than just to be taken in by a pretty face, I'm sure.
That fine elven hair.
Hmm.
I'm sure we looked at this. So
Youthful complexion. Tanner,
You do
quite the
tend
lady
to glow,
killer.
elves. It's a nice advantage.
I think I could beat you in the glowing department.
well,
True.
once your hair grows back properly.
That's enough, Eridonis. Don't leave these all this negativity. It's upsetting me.
I'm just making jokes.
How did you just go through the wall?
What?
I was moving my arrow keys to see if I could move myself, and I apparently moved Grizz. So I don't know what's going on.
No, we're talking about Lady Mora.
I'm guessing that she has the ability to walk through walls. I mean, didn't you say like half her relatives were ghosts? Maybe she's got some of that power in her.
Wait, whoa. What did you see, Gris? Exactly. What did you see?
Straight through the wall.
Without changing or anything? Like an illusion?
Aerodarnish just pokes his hand through the wall. Nope, there's a... because I just went up there and walked through.
The secret door?
Yes. Daya, didn't you say when you climbed up one of the trash pits you heard chains?
Yeah, but it was the tube that had the prison at the end of it.
Yes, I think I found...
The chains were on the outside.
I think I found that tube.
Ah,
Hey, watch
okay.
that! Gosh.
That's actually... Okay, so now we've got... Obviously, it's a little bit of time till dinner, so we've got a few things that we can perhaps clear up and just get off the list. We're obviously trying to get in favor with the Tinker Hags, so we need to deal with the Green Hags properly.
Well, we just sent that big old orc go.
Oh yes,
things.
that's true. That's where we sent him, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, that was my doing. Yeah, I forgot about that.
We also
check on him, or is he gonna be alright on his own?
he'll be
he'll
fine.
get it done.
He'll be fine if he. It's not like he's of any importance, really.
Actually, if they kill him, it's probably better off for us. I don't like orcs to begin with, of course, and less loose ends. We don't want.
Is there anyone you do like? I'm just curious.
Do you like orcs, Eridonis?
I've got no problem with anyone just because of what they are. But I admit he did seem a bit of a brutish type, but who knows, he might be a loving father
cut your
for
head
all
off
we
for
know.
a copper, Harry.
I mean, so would I if someone paid me enough, you know.
Careful, Harry. Kind of contracts can get you in a lot of trouble.
Yes, I know, which is why I've got to go steal a book from the library, remember? But I'm not going to be able to do that today. I'm pretty much tapped. I'm not going to be able to run any special tricks to get rid of the magic or anything that's binding it.
So
I have a library card.
that-
We could just take it.
Well, it's chained and magically chained. We'll need some sort of magic to break that.
are we okay just leaving all these chains here?
You know what?
No, we should clean this up for sure.
Aridonis is going to drag the chains with Grizz's help, and he's going to put them in prison number
Better,
7.
Grizz, clean this mess up, please. It looks terrible here.
Yeah, he's going to put them all in prison number 7, and then he's going to use the passcode to seal it back up.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
They're almost indistinguishable from normal chains, so I guess that works.
There.
All right.
Out the way. Then, not like they can answer any questions if anyone asks them.
I have a question.
Yes.
I couldn't help but overhear you talking about Baba Yaga and potentially something dangerous. I must protest. I wouldn't believe Baba Yaga would do anything harmful to Eleanor. She's her own daughter.
You say that, but then one of her own daughters fled, and we also know that Eleanor is under some sort of mind control. If she truly cared for her, then that doesn't seem a very fitting way to raise a child, at least in my opinion.
Never
It's
heard of a
also the question
sacrifice?
of what any reasonable person would call good for Elena. I'm sure the witch has her own moral system, but it might not necessarily be what's actually best for her. That makes sense.
This false Lady Mora. Are we entirely convinced that was due to Eleanor conjuring her up, or could it be something
Fairly
else?
certain. The explanation makes sense. Lady Mora was missing, imprisoned, and she's been her teacher for as long as we know of. And
That's true. But
Elena seems very
I suppose
agreeable.
the only thing we could perhaps speak to Zankiri to see if she's gone near that room since. But
That's a great idea, Ari.
the other thing is there's two things missing as far as I can see. The first is that it's been a while since we've seen the false Natasha or seen any sign of them. This could be a disguise. A way, perhaps the direct method wasn't working, so now she's trying to be more
Fuck me.
subtle.
Ah! Shit.
I can send another message to Zankiri if you want.
Yes, ask if Natasha has been anywhere near the conjuration chamber. He should be aware of where that is because I'm pretty sure he went there with us.
Yep. Okay, so she sends off this question. Have you been keeping a close eye on Eleanor? Has she ever gone by the conjuration chamber since the whole since the last time with Jaden Thor, I think? And
Right,
she gets a reply immediately. And no, we've been keeping a close eye on her. From what you said, it's a bad idea to have her go back there.
Alright.
Senrith and I have been keeping her here, along with this other small girl.
Alright. So there's that as a potential, and I realize that we've not perhaps been around the entire hut, but I do find it odd that we haven't seen any sign of Agatha in the entire time, even in the meetings we've had with Baba Yaga, if she's such a close associate. Again, but I don't think
Agatha?
that's... Yes, I don't think that's...
I've seen her.
Where did you last see her?
Yeah, she was in Baba Yaga's quarters. showing me some things, and then she said that she had an important task to accomplish uh, in the volcanic chamber. It's the portal room.
Which, from memory, wasn't that one of the rooms that seemed to be mysteriously locked when it wasn't previously?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Okay, so that at least it's good to know people's whereabouts, particularly powerful people. So who are the other big players left? Obviously, Lady Mora, the fake Lady Mora. The librarian, whose name is temporarily slipped my mind.
Veruca.
Yeah.
Terig.
Terig. Are there any other knight, I suppose? There is one other place I think would be worth checking out, though checking out quietly. Someone mentions some sounds coming from the stable, something unlike what they'd heard there before. It'd be good to know what's going on whilst we're just waiting on dinner time.
I would guess that's the nightmare, right?
Well,
Snark said he heard some squealing noises.
Yeah, it was squealing. That doesn't sound like a horse or anything like that, so I'm wondering if they're doing something else. And
That didn't sound good.
if we're going to be sort of looks at Varen and just like, Varen, just trying to think. I'm trying to think of a good excuse to get her to leave before I discuss more detailed things, because we trust her to a point, but she's not a party member and she still seems quite on Baba Yaga's side.
Want me to make her leave? I'll make her leave.
No, but I want to do it in a way that doesn't seem suspicious.
Really? I'm telling her to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Varen, are you
Yes?
Go away.
Are you at all able to make holy water?
Let me see. Yes, I can.
Would you mind going and making a few bottles? I don't know necessarily if we'll need them, but if this false Lady Mora has similar properties to the real Lady
It's
Mora,
okay. Tanner can make holy water.
true, but Tanner has to get ready for his Tanner has to get ready for his date, but Varen, if it takes too long, that's fine. It's just if you get the time, basically, it might be useful.
I have the time now. I just need the components. Powdered silver.
She'll be able to get it in the main lobby. But is this really necessary, Ardonis? She could be very helpful to us.
Well,
Amber is low wisdom and doesn't get the fucking hint at all.
What I'm thinking is if
holy water right now.
If the false Lady Mora functions anything like the real Lady Mora, then she's an
Oh.
undead. Holy water would be a powerful weapon, potentially.
Okay, yeah, Varen, if you could kindly go to the lobby and provide us with some holy water, that would be great.
You don't happen to have any silver on you, do you?
I weirdly
I've got
don't.
a silver knife.
I have no. I have no money whatsoever.
Silver knife, Dad?
I have a silver knife, not silver coins, but if that will help, certainly you can borrow it.
Well, I can. I hate to say borrow, seeing as it will be turned to powder and then used to make holy water. But
Can it also use powdered iron, that spell, or does it have to be silver?
let's see, powdered silver.
I must be thinking of another spell. I think I'm thinking of protection from good and evil. I think that can use iron. That's right. Where would we find powdered silver?
In the where all the alchemy supplies are in the lobby.
Yes, if you go near the main entrance, you might find some there. There's some alchemy supplies. Or, actually, speaking of supplies, isn't there a laboratory through here? Natasha's lab?
area, and it is very abandoned. The only things you found left in there were rat cages, well, dead rats. What's the other word? There's like equipment for lobotomizing said rats, but there was a lot of empty shelves.
Oh, hang on now. I'm a forge master. I can get all the silver you need.
Yes, perhaps Ember, why don't you write Varian a note to take to oh my god, my memory for names. Vaughn. And hopefully he can provide some powdered silver.
Sure. I'll write it up and I'll sign it Ember Cinderborn, Esquire, Forge Master.
I love it. Okay, thank you. I'll do this for you.
Thank
It
you.
will take a while, several hours, one per bottle. So
Yes.
As quick as you can. We're really busy.
But
I'll be here in the fountain room making them.
okay.
Good.
Excellent. Alright. And then once she's gone a fair distance, Eridanis
I like her, Eridanis. You tell her to do something and no complaints. She the kind of people you need in the world.
Eridanis just closes the door. It's like, yes, I do like her, but she did seem to be still under the impression that Baba Yaga might not be a bad guy. And at this moment, with what we've done, we've essentially signed as... Yes, I know, Grizz, but at this point...
It doesn't matter what you think, Grizz. Don't worry. Continue, Eridanis.
It does, but essentially, I wanted to keep what I'm about to say amongst those that we're certain we can trust and aren't going to betray us to anyone else, at least.
No.
Yes, Grizz?
What?
You said something.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, exactly.
I could have the potential for trick.
You could.
Yeah, okay, trick me, Grizz. See what you got. How you gonna trick me?
You could,
All right.
but at the same time,
Comes over to you. He goes, right, I'm gonna hold my iron stone of absorption. And he puts it in his hand, and then he puts his hands behind his back. You can hear him like shuffle around, and he holds out his both his hands again. Goes, right, which one is it in?
It's an iron stone of
hold his
absorption.
hand. Yeah, he's got an iron stone of absorption.
Basically, it's not so much what he's got, it's more he's saying, aha, I can trick you because you won't be able to guess which hand it's in, I think.
I get it.
Eridanis and Tanner from behind you saw what he did. Ember from in front. You can roll a perception check with disadvantage because he did hide it out of view. And he's just got these two. He's got two big giant hands, right? Yeah. You can, don't know where it is.
That's not even disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay.
Which one is it in?
So it's absorption. So
Well,
let's see now, Grizz. What does an iron stone of absorption do? Do I even know?
Spells.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So I will use my elemental reach to the blaze, and I will burn his two hands and see which one catches on fire and which one doesn't.
Oh God. Both of them catch on fire. God, no. Oh,
There it is, right there, Grizz.
both of them are on fire. He's like, what are you doing? You're the one who's betraying us.
Eridanis quickly douses his hands.
Oh God, that was a good one too. Shit.
Jesus, my lord. Oh.
I don't know if it would do full. Does it full damage? Don't fuck with me, Grizz.
But essentially,
Can't trick me.
Grizz,
We know you're on our side.
He holds both hands open. And neither of them. It's here. And he turns around and bends over. It's like, I put it in my loincloth.
Ember. The hair on Ember's head at being embarrassed in front of Eridanis just lights up like almost dark red. Just clears it, Grizz.
Not only did I prove I can trick you, but also you just proved that you could betray us.
Right. So
No, Grizz.
right, Grizz. Here's the
You burnt me.
question. Here's the question.
Yes.
If you had
I'll do it again.
if you had a choice to save either our lives or Baba Yaga's life, who would you pick?
Well, it depends on the situation, but Baba Yaga is very, very powerful. I don't think she'd be in a situation where she needs my help.
But
So,
assuming she is in some way, where only you can save her and only you can save us, but you have to pick.
well, there's more of you, so you guys.
Right. Basically, Grizz, I was seeing.
Worry about your hands, Grizz.
Yes.
Lesson to learn
They still
here.
burn. They're still covered in blisters.
Eridanus will use shape water to put some water over and just cool it down so it cools the hand.
All
But
right,
like, but not like ice cold because that's actually worse. It's
I'll
like
say he
lukewarm.
takes half. I'll say he takes half the damage as a result of you doing that.
Right. So, as of this point, with our most recent actions and what we're intending to do, as much as Riz or Dyer or any of us might like Baba Yaga and want to help her, I feel like we've passed that point now where we've basically broken a prisoner out of her prison. We're conspiring to spirit her daughter away for her own safety. I feel like at this point Baba Yaga is not going to be happy with us. As such, I feel at this point our best move is to find out what we can from anywhere in the hut so that we're ready for what happens next. And right now, the only things that we're aware of are happening are something's going on in the stable, something's going on in the portal room, and Baba Yaga's preparing for something. We need more.
Oh. Okay.
Is it safe for us to stay here any longer? Maybe we should call it a day. We've. I would hate to leave Elena behind, but you have your kingdom to return to. This is kind of. I agree with Eridanus. This is a point of no return, and we've come so far. Tanner, the three of us. Ari, you don't have.
Oh yes, I have
as
no
much invested,
ties, so
but
I could just bug her off if I wanted.
right.
So I am curious how to get
hate
home.
to see harm come to you, Daya. You've done a lot
don't
for me.
don't worry about my task is done. My people have people to look after them.
You could go home and be a queen. You could rule.
My
I
people have
consider your
rulers
debts
too.
repaid.
Do you? Because I'm not sure that I do. How many times has Tanner saved my life? How many times have you fought beside me in Grizz? You all helped me to achieve what I needed to do. I can't do any less. Surely you
Erdonis is
understand
right. I have my bottle to protect me. I have my ring to protect me. She could kill you, Daya.
Well,
I'd like to see her try, Tanner says. She'd have to kill me first.
with
I have unfinished business. I don't mean to be dramatic, but honestly, it doesn't matter if I die right now because what I did what I needed to do. Now I need to help. I need to make sure that my debts are paid to the rest of you. Otherwise I can't go back, can I? Not if I want to hold my head up high.
Daya, I will finish what I've come to do, and then in that
I have no
case,
doubt.
you can when I get to where I want to be, hopefully, then I'll have friends in high places in Elven kingdoms. I would hate to see you die here. It would be.
What is this really about, Ember?
Well,
you're not normally so self-sacrificial. Do you not want me to be here?
Oh, of course I do. Yeah, you're very quick and clever, and it's just that this is a line. This is Aries right.
Yes.
I mean, we've kind of fallen into this. Of course, we meant well, but she imprisoned Lady Mora. She intends to hurt her own daughter for some ill-begotten sacrifice or something. I don't know.
Well,
You're
then let
all
us
in,
try to
Daya.
care for
If
her.
you're all
Are
in,
you
you're all in.
are you walking away? Is Eridanus?
I can't
No.
walk away, Daya.
Is-
She's too beautiful. I can't do it. And
So you have a reason. Eridanus, what's your reason for continuing? You don't want anything from her. You don't owe anything to her?
Nope.
Why are you walking into this death?
Because, for want of a better phrase, it's the way the stars are pointing. Regardless of what happens, regardless of the decisions that are made, I feel like the path I'm on, the river for which I'm named, is flowing in that direction.
the River Eridanus?
It is a constellation, literally meaning the river.
Oh, that makes sense now. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yes, but
Grizz means Grizz like grizzly bear, and I used to have a
yes,
bear cloak.
you are very fierce, and if we all survive this, Grizz, I intend to get you a new bear cloak. It's on my to-do list.
There was the
Gives you a
bear,
big
right, on an
power.
island.
But
He says, I carry the bear with me still. I can
That-
feel him, like pats his chest.
But that's the thing. Using rivers again, if currently there is a bridge crossing a river, if we cross that bridge, it will burn down behind us. There will be no going back. So,
Anna says, that sounds like a reckless adventure, but I see it like we are crossing a line, but we are treading carefully beyond that line. And we're doing it with reason.
yes, but it's whether it's whether everyone feels comfortable to cross that line. There is, I mean, Tanner, you've obviously got your reasons for staying. You believe that Lady Mora is linked to what's going on with Raziel.
Yeah. And she said so herself just then. She is trusting us. And if that is proven anything, what we have between us is trust. That is why we must do this together.
Yes. Then like our friend, we shall swim with the current.
All right. Oh, are we doing like a big huddle, hands in the middle?
Now, don't
Ooh,
touch me, Grizz.
Don't touch me then. You're the one who burned me.
But
I'll do it again if I have to.
I realize we are
Don't mess with me.
obviously all weary, and Tanner, you've
touch
obviously got preparations for your meal to go, but again, we have time, and if we can try some things, perhaps just to find out more information without the risking ourselves, then I feel that that is time well spent.
All right. Which is it then? The portal room, or shall we go to the stables?
Well,
And Grizz immediately says, stables.
the portal room is sealed, and currently, today at least, I don't have the power to be able to break those seals, so I would say the stables, because if anything, I'm curious, and also I'm not a big fan of animal cruelty, and a squealing thing sounds like animal cruelty.
They already destroyed that beautiful horse.
They've done
Yeah.
some
Flying
horrible
horse.
things. Hmm.
Turned it
Yeah.
into a, well, flying, uglier horse. Although
Yeah.
I did appreciate the fire. It looked kind of cool, but it definitely was demonic. It was not a
Yes.
horse. Not a horse, of course. Very
Are
bad.
we speaking in rhymes? Dust flutters down.
Eh,
Oh, dust.
We are speaking of a horse, of course, one that burns and neighs and never loses its way.
Hmm. You're
one that
injured.
is wreathed in flame and is up to the vultures to blame. They did this cruel act. That is, without question, a certain fact.
Nice, nice. Yes, we are a bit injured. Visiting hours in the prison can be so painful. They really
You're,
thoroughly search you to make sure you've not brought anything in you shouldn't. I don't think
I,
I'll walk the same way for a week.
I am weary.
you should rest. Heal your wounds before
I mean,
you march on.
I would not mind that a little. Maybe.
Yes, Dust, please. That would be most great.
Yes.
You are free and safe here to rest.
Alright.
I am
Paradonis.
very tired.
No,
And
not that
Ember
type of
will.
rest.
Yeah.
Huh?
You
Aradon.
may refresh yourself.
Yeah, so short rest basically, right?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, suggest a short rest.
Yep.
And if you're
That
doing so
rhymes.
in the fountain room, it is expedited, such that simply drinking from the fountain allows you to spend your hit dice.
Okay, what do I get back on short rest? I think I get that back.
There's-
No?
Now you start to realize this is probably the second best place to
Yep.
relax
Mhm.
and rest.
I do like this
Second
room.
after the bathhouse. The refreshing waters immediately fills your lungs, cures your wounds.
There we go.
Ah, yes.
And
Short
so
rest.
you're not spending an hour here, you're just spending about a minute. And let's do some for Tanner as well, because he's looking rough.
Yep, pretty bad.
Fortunately, Gaia, you're all out, aren't you?
I'm out of hit dice. Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
I
yeah.
am stuck.
Oh, there
That's
we go.
fine. Are we taking half an hour?
You're simply if you drink from the fountain,
Oh, okay.
you can spend
Okay.
hit
So we're
dice.
not actually taking time. That's fine.
Yeah, that's enough for me. Just two. Still got two left.
Just rolled 2 for him.
How's Grizz looking?
I think it'll just. Unfortunately, Grizz is also out of hit dice.
He gets his rages back, though, if he drinks from the fountain?
No, not. No, he only gets a short rest.
Rage is
Oh,
a long
rages are on a
rest.
long rest?
Yeah.
Yes.
So key points. Dia, if you drink from the fountain, you'll get your key
I
points
get
back.
key points. Yep.
Yeah,
And
I
I
there you
get
go.
key points.
and I get my wild shapes back.
You should be able to patient defense and keep yourself safe enough.
Yeah, I hope so. Because I may be
Sorcerers
taking a
get
little bit of a backseat if
nothing.
there's.
Yes. Do I get anything else?
Literally
I
nothing.
don't get those.
Other than health.
Don't have any of those left. I don't. Pretty sure I don't get
I
my.
do wish I could offer you more. Hmm.
This is good, Dust. I'm feeling better already. I almost fell asleep. It's so peaceful in here.
Yes.
What is the song called, by the way?
This one taught by my people is called the Great Fairy Fountain.
Is
The Great Fairy Fountain?
yes.
Make a wish, Dia, and throw something in. See what happens.
There is quite a legend around that song.
Indeed. I have brought rest to many great heroes.
Yes. Works like
You ever get bored here, Dust?
Never.
Keeping this fountain here?
This is my calling. My My purpose to bring tranquility, peace, in a place where there's much unknown.
Well, it's metagamey as
chaos.
fuck, but there's one way to find out. Sorry, go on, Daya.
What? No, no, I'm just making idle conversation. I
Yeah, I'm gonna take
realizing
five bullets out of my sack of bullets, and I'm gonna throw them in the water and see what happens.
Why do you have a sack of bullets? And where did you get
For my
that from?
sling, for my
sling.
slingshot.
Oh, your
Please do not-
slingshot. Oh God. Good Lord.
Please
I'll
do
go
not
down.
sully the waters of peace with weapons.
I'm sorry. I thought they'd come back silvered. My bad. Or they'd come back holy or something.
This is
Other
not
worlds have taught me
divine.
these things.
This is not divine water.
Sure, that's how it works.
Well, you can
But-
keep those dust. My apologies.
But perhaps to make it up to you, Eridanus will do I can you produce like a small flame for me, Ember, briefly? I just need some light.
Sure. About time you make a request worth making. And I'll produce flame in my hands. Hold
And
it.
then
What do you need?
Eridanus will hold up a crystal sphere to the orb, and stars are projected on the ceiling. Just a little bit of beauty whilst we rest dust.
You know our ways well.
Mhm.
I give, and you return the offer.
Exactly.
This is a beautiful sight.
I gave you
Thank you.
5 bullets.
He sort of says, "You have my appreciation, Eridanus."
And you have mine as well.
Well, what the? I did all the work.
Well, technically, you just provided the light. I created the device that projects the stars. I just needed a light source, and I might as well use your flames for something.
Hilarious.
She picks out the bullets whilst this is going on and just puts them on the side of the fountain.
Alright. Eridanus, because they're obviously covered in water, Eridanus will shape water to freeze them and go, there you go, Ember, ice bullets.
I don't want them. Let's
Nor
go.
do I.
Eridanus will just juggle them for a few moments and then put them in his pocket, I guess.
It works. Let's see if China's got any ways to heal people, because you're still looking really bad. I believe he's got some lay on hands, so let's pop. I'm gonna pop 10 into Dire. That's right.
Oh, thank you.
So you heal 10.
Okay, I realize I've not been here, but I'm just curious now. I'm just going over here because I see something on the map.
What else has he got? He's still got a lot of spells, you know. So I'm gonna
Don't
drop a
spend
second
time too
level.
much on me if you don't have them. Don't worry.
No, we're dropping a second level cure wounds.
Something
'cause
down the well.
It needs to be done. Wait, has he got cure wounds prepared? Yes, he does. Okay.
Better. Worst paladin ever.
There's a well
Okay.
over here. Any ideas
Yeah,
what's there?
that's.
It's worth 13 more die.
13 more? Oh,
Yeah.
bless your heart. All right.
Paladins. Yeah, James, that was
Yay.
from a long time ago. We spotted something in the well. It was dark and smoky. We never
You-
really investigated it since.
There's also a couple of other doors here that haven't been opened by the looks of it.
I
But
don't know if you managed to get back on to Foundry yet.
No, I'm logged in as John because it's showing me as, my window closed down and then
Oh,
it's
right.
showing me as still logged in, so it's not letting me re-log in.
Okay.
So until I
Ah.
close my computer down, I don't think it's gonna let me in. So I'm John right now.
Hi, John.
All right, let me just give John permissions on your character then. That'll do the job.
right. So shall we head
I
to
don't
the
know.
stables
Foundry doesn't like me.
to at least see what's going on there? Or
Whoa.
Where's
I'm
Okay,
sure
there
if
you
we
go.
can avoid. Okay, thank you.
So hold on. You were on 31. Let's give you.
Uh,
Did you hear the
I
10?
wasn't.
You didn't.
The 10 was to get me to 31. The extra
Ah,
13 brought me to 44. So
cool. Alright,
that's
there you go. 40.
awesome.
Oops.
Nice. That's a lot better.
44. Oops. 44. There we go. All right, sweet. That's much better. All right, Tanner says, all right, let's move on.
Yes, to the
Yeah.
stables.
To the stables.
Okay.
Um, who-
I think
Wait, where are you?
they were through the forge. That's the way I know. What's
For
this say?
yeah.
The freezer room, locked ancient door, similar laboratory. We need to if we can go to the forge. The stables are west of the forge. I know that much.
Dust, from where we are, what's the quickest way to get to the stables?
I have not been to the stables before,
Or the forge
But-
room?
and I definitely avoid the forge, a place of
Understand-
weapons and war.
I'm
Understandable.
the forge
Love-
master. Dust.
Yes, but that
But-
doesn't mean that she wants to go there.
Let's see.
He says, but there are plenty of stairs on this level. I would
The-
suggest taking one set and see where it leads.
Right.
Let's try this stairs, guys. We haven't done this one before. I don't.
Yeah, why not?
Which one?
These ones
Oh,
over
okay.
here.
All right. Okay. So
Can we mark
wait,
it
wait, wait,
before
wait,
we
wait,
change
wait.
level?
Wait. Okay, I'm thinking in the room just above us, the servants'
Yes.
quarters, there is a room. There is a stairs, a set of stairs that goes down to a room that has a bunch of suits of armor. Remember that room?
Yeah.
The one with the bear skin?
Yep.
That connects to the wine cellar, which in turn connects to, I think. No, it doesn't connect to the
No, I think
workroom.
you're
Never mind.
forge.
it might be a good shout then.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the suits of armor connects to the wine cellar. The wine cellar connects to Vorn's
The
workroom.
mud room. Yeah, that leads to Vorn's, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Good.
You mean this one?
That might not be the quickest way to get there, but that's
Yeah,
I don't
so
know. That'll do it.
So Eridanus will nevertheless just poke his head up these stairs just so we've got it marked. So where do these ones go?
The center ones.
No, these one at the
The
bottom
one where it
here
says new text.
at the moment.
Oh, okay. Check. They lead to the mushroom gardens,
Oh, okay.
and that's going downstairs, I believe. But yeah,
Yeah.
the center stairs. If you want to go
Yeah.
up, down those, they lead to. You were right. The room with the armors.
All right. Good shout, Sarah
So
Jane.
what are we calling that? Armory room? Armor room?
It's
The armory.
got a different name, but I'll.
No, it's
let me
not.
get
It's
the
not
original.
armory because armory is weapons.
Hall of
These are
Armor.
suits of armor, which is a very different thing.
Hall of Armor, that'll
They-
do.
I'll. I'm dragging you over to the other.
Good memory. How did you remember that?
Me too.
I wrote it down. I've got. I mean, they're not perfect maps, but I have been
yeah.
trying to scribble out maps.
It's the Armor Museum.
Armor
Is it?
Museum.
Yes,
Whoa, I'm in the wall.
it might be, but
I'm
Shouldn't
also
be.
down here. Okay, so where do we come out of? Which stairs? You can mark this one too, James.
Yeah. This one apparently.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I
It's
put-
the guest quarters. The second guest quarters, whatever the servants' quarters. Servants' quarters.
Servants' quarters. I'm calling them. Yeah.
Yeah, servants' quarters. That's where the Medusa chills.
Yeah. And
Sure.
Tux.
Hux is. Oh, he's gone.
Tux-
Oh yeah, we found his room.
Tux-
Yeah, we found his room. Yeah.
Tux's room and Shell's room are both here. Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Of
Servant
course.
quarters above dust, just so we know which one. It's that
Perfect.
other place, which is also like a servant's quarters. So
Might as well keep that continuing. I will peek out up this stair and see if we can mark something else. Dude, right
Yeah.
here, please, Chris.
Okay.
What do my Ganassi eyes see?
This leads into one of the small chambers that connects to the divination hall.
Okay, I will write that one down.
Divination chamber. And it's also just above the Tinker Hags. Alright.
apparently this door is not within my reach, even though I'm right next to it. Interesting.
Yeah. That's
All right.
because the door is elsewhere.
Lead the way, Sarah Jane.
No, that goes straight to the cellar, Eridanus.
What, this one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if we take that south door where Eridanus just was, that should take us to the wine cellar.
Mud
You
room.
would
And if we
like
go
to go
past
this
the
way.
first set of stairs, then
Well,
well, if you want to map out this room.
There's a lot of doors in here.
there is
Yep.
a lot of doors.
Could be a good little nexus. Are these guys? They're not looking pissed off anymore. They're looking back to blue. They're not red. Hopefully.
They are, yeah. Well, they were never.
So this
They didn't
door
do
at the south is the wine cellar.
Yes.
Yes.
And this door up here leads to this door down here.
That's right.
Sorry, the door on the west side leads where?
To down here.
Mud room. I've been calling that. I don't know what it's actually
Oh
called.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
been mud room.
Yeah, I call it the dirt room, but
Sure. Dirt room.
cellar.
that's
Yeah.
dirt, the whichever.
I'll look in this one then, Chris, too. On my ping.
Okay. The top one. Which one?
Bottom.
This one. Okay. So do
Mhm.
you try to open up this door?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you touch the handle, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
What the hell?
Ooh, wisdom.
Why did we
Mhm.
map out the room? Why didn't we just go?
Well,
Oh,
I was
boy.
just mapping them
What
out for the
now?
ones that we actually went to.
Ah,
3. Okay.
fuck.
You feel like a bit of a spike to your hand, like something just kind of scratches it. And you look at your hand. There's no visible wound. You look back at the door handle, and there doesn't seem to be even a sign of a spike or anything like that. Whatever happened, it was almost maybe mental rather than physical. And yeah, you kind of feel a little bit unnerved by it. But either way, the door didn't feel like it could open. In fact, as you try to twist the handle, it kind of felt like solid in your grip. And I need you to roll
Okay.
a d3 as well. Actually,
Sure.
yeah, no, roll a d3 for us.
Yeah.
What
1,
did you
yeah, cool,
do?
perfect. I knew you would.
Mm.
I was like, it's probably going to be a 1, and it was. Um, nothing really appears different about you, although you can't tell. But Eridanus, as Ember turns back to you guys, let's see. There is something strange glowing on his forehead.
On his forehead.
Mm-hmm.
I realize you lost your hair, but there's no need to start growing it out of your forehead.
Pardon me?
You've got like a
You okay there,
glowing
bud?
thing
You
on
got
your
a
forehead.
headache or anything?
I touched
Hmm.
my head. No, I'm fine. If I put my hand on my head like this, do I feel anything? What?
You do feel a little bit of a pain. As you touch it, you feel the same pain that you felt in your hand. That kind of scratch.
Right.
And this is the symbol, by the way. It's on your forehead glowing.
Oh no,
So,
not the New
same.
York Yankees.
Wait, is it?
Sort of. Yeah. Yankees logo.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
worry about
kinda,
it.
yeah.
I'm thinking of something else seeing that, and I'm just like, can I roll to see if I have any idea what that symbol
Yes.
is?
You can roll either a nature or a survival check.
Or survival it's going to be then, because that's, and I will guidance myself. Not that apparently I need it,
And the
but
reason is because it is a track. And it is the track of a chicken foot.
Trap of who?
a chicken foot.
Trap of chicken foot.
I have a chicken foot on my head.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
as if something has like touched it, yes.
That is
Hmm.
embarrassing.
Hmm?
It hurts. Spike. Bricks.
Hmm.
No more looking through doors. Let's go. I ain't got time for this.
Yes.
Lead the way,
Well,
Tanner.
if we're
You
going to
first.
the forge, the mudroom's actually quicker.
True. Yeah.
There's also one last door you haven't checked.
No.
Oh. No, let's check all the doors. Oh, the one to the east?
Oh yeah,
Like
no,
just
that one as
just to
well, I
the
guess.
east of me?
That one
I don't
is that one's kind of glowing a red hot.
Oh, this one's glowing red hot.
No, the one to the the one to the east is, you can definitely tell that is the forge, 100%
Oh.
Well, that's easy.
Oh, okay.
on the east. Yeah.
And someone want to label that?
Yeah, I'm working.
Oh. Yep. Cool. Right, we shall go into the forge then.
Okay.
All right, I will follow you guys.
Okay, there you guys go. So you come out of this door right here, in the top left.
Hmm.
Greetings.
Got our stuff here. We got our stuff here is in here. Whew.
Hold your breath for a sec. Hello, Vorn. We're just passing by. Glad to see that everything's going well here. Looks like you guys are busy. Anything interesting? And there's a little kind of funny cleric to come by, maybe asking for some silver. See if she can get some. We need some holy water to kill a vampire. You see.
Yes, she did. And I gave her what I could spare.
Well, very little. I think it would all take. I'm sure it'll be replenished. The stockpile. How are our stockpiles? How are we doing here?
The glowing weapons. Ready. Ready for battle.
That's great, Born. Good work. Keep it up. Anything you need, just let me know. As Forge Master, maybe I can procure it.
You see that there is quite literally a table filled to the brim with weapons. It looks like
Hey.
it's ready to outfit an army.
Tanner, anything of interest on this table that?
I realize it's your job
Have you-
to make weapons,
Yeah.
but for what battle are you preparing such armaments for?
Ask the Bone Mother.
Whoa! You don't work for her anymore. You work for me. I'm Forge Master.
This is the last job. In fact, all I'm really doing is finishing my work.
I thought you were done. I thought you were, Paraculum life. I didn't think you were
Well-
coming back.
I am.
And he begins to plunge a sword into the bucket of cold water, and then it steams, and he places it on the table, and he brushes his hands and goes,
There. Done.
Well, hang on now. Who's gonna run things while I'm busy with my own? You still got a chain to break for me, Vorn. Don't forget that.
Oh, speaking of which, I brought a broken steel sword here. We found it in the hut. I don't know if it's of any use. Appears to be just steel, but I figure you could use it at least for some raw materials if you recycle. And I take out the sword we found in Matilda's little dungeon area there, off the skeleton.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he has a look at it.
Ah,
Hmm.
it's old.
Can you
I
still use
guess
it?
it could be melted down, reused, but it's only half a sword.
Well, raw materials and all that.
Guess it could
I
be
don't need.
turned into a smaller dagger.
Hmm.
Maybe
Well,
it'll pass the time whilst I have nothing else to work on.
there you go. You can practice some maybe something different, some elegant carving or something that isn't a weapon. I don't know if that's your bag, but there you go. Just thought I'd pass that along. Clear up some of the clutter around this place. You know how it is.
He nods.
Hmm.
And I imagine whatever she has planned
Will involve clearing up more clutter.
Hmm.
Well, I suppose ultimately that's the hope, isn't it?
Yes.
Warren, be careful. Something foul's amiss. You know, you and I, we have a good working relationship. I don't want you to experience undue harm or problems. Just keep your head low if you can. Things are, I mean, as low as you possibly can, of course. Given, yeah. Anyways, things are kind of strange around here. And as I'm saying this, I'll pick up this flaming sword and kind of just swing it around a bit. Obviously, very clumsily.
Yeah, the Azir kind of turns to you and speaks in Ignin, a flaming voice, scorns you and says,
Be careful with that. And his flame tongue.
Flame tongue.
Yes.
Interesting. Hey, Tanner.
Not for you.
he snatches it back off.
I'm Forge Master. These are all my things.
No,
What are you
then-
talking about?
You may
Uh,
be Forge Master in the city of Brass, but not here in the Hut. They belong to the Witch Queen.
Yes, Vaughn is clearly just
Fine.
finishing up
I'll
the
put it
last of his
down.
duties before he becomes what begins working under you full time. But Vaughn,
My quota is finished.
one quick question before you leave. You have the ability to break chains, right? Can you temporarily pass that on to someone? There's a chain I need broken, but someone such as yourself going in there would be a bit obvious. You're very tall.
He lifts up his massive, huge sword that suddenly sets on fire all the way to the tip and says,
This is what you need. This is Chainbreaker,
Ah. Hmm.
and someone to wield it.
Hmm.
Would you be able to break a chain without cutting someone's head off? You know, small creature like us.
he looks confused by that statement.
I mean, it would require quite the strike from Chainbreaker, I'd imagine, right? You couldn't do it, you know, it's subtly or elegantly. It would be a fierce
There's
sweeping
nothing
blow.
subtle about wielding a sword like this.
Yeah, I didn't think
Yes.
so. Okay,
But
that won't do it. Adonis, if that's what you're talking about, I
no,
really don't think it's a good idea.
that wasn't what I was talking about.
Oh,
But
pardon me.
a
Not
good
pain.
a good additional thought. But it's nothing. The chain that I need broken needs to be done subtly and without anyone noticing. So,
I'm afraid I cannot do such a task subtly.
how would you be at making a key?
He scratches his long, fiery beard for a moment. Says,
Usually craft weapons, and keys are much more dainty little things.
Hmm. That
If
is
you have a mold, however, the
if
fires can do most of the work.
if I manage to get you a copy of the lock, would you be able to use that to work out how to.
Sounds like very, very delicate work to make a key based on the lock. Something.
Ah, what lock is this?
It's just a chain binding something down that I need to get, but it's not important. Just an idle thought as we were talking about breaking of chains. So, but if
Are you speaking of chains or of doors?
I was thinking chains specifically.
Hmm.
Though
I can't even remember what he's talking. Which one he's meaning?
but
I assume he means the chains on the book, Darukas.
yeah,
That's what I was thinking. And is it chained up, or I thought it was a force field?
it's
sort of
like
a thing?
it's like a magical chain from what I understood, which honestly just
Right.
puts me in the thoughts of the octavo, but I shall have to think of something else for that, though.
I usually just break the chain rather than try to pick the lock.
Yes. I feel like might have to break this chain in a novel fashion, and brute force isn't going to cut in this case because I need the subtlety, because if I use the brute force, then I'm going to turn a lot of people on me, and I don't want that yet.
I rather assumed it was going to take some sort of magic spell or magic item to do
Yes.
for specialized.
Yes. Magic items.
We'll find a way.
I
Yeah.
now have an idea, but we shall have to deal with that later. But for now,
Lord Master, I will be returning to the city of Brass.
I envy your position, Lauren. A beautiful city indeed. I'll see you there soon enough, my old friend. We'll get reconvening. Have some nice tea or something.
When you're ready for that chain, I will be willing to pay back the debt.
Well, who knows what chains will be available in the city of Brass, Warren. We could.
does it have to be a physical chain, or can it be like a metaphorical chain, like a
If it is within my strength, then yes.
There may be. Okay.
But I am one of fire, and fire desires freedom.
Absolutely. Albeit.
Is there a magical item to what you do? A magical element to what you do? I mean, you're obviously physically one of the strongest here and gifted in the element of fire, but is there another magical gift that's part of that? Is this? I hope that's not a rude question.
Ember shoots Daya a look of disdain.
He says it is within the nature of the fire itself, and he strokes the blade again. You see sparks ignite up it. He says, "Such as this was forged within the lakes of fire of the elemental plane."
Daya looks at Ember. So, is that a yes or a no?
It is
Is
the fire that frees. The sword carries the weight. The sword carries that truth.
Could you forge
Are you there, Daya?
Could you forge a smaller version?
Look around you. And he gestures towards the other flame tongue weapons that are being forged.
I was thinking with the same chain breaking quality that you've mentioned.
I would need to return to the plane of fire. That fire is the freest, most pure expression of heat. Only a sword forged in that lake of fire could carry such a property.
Alright, yeah. Well, thank you for the blacksmithing tips and such. Which way would we go to get to the stables?
He points over yonder.
Up
Ah,
those stairs, past that balcony.
ah, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's just up here, James.
Yep. I just thought I'd ask in character, you know.
Oh, got it. My bad. Sorry.
Yep, you know. But Eridanis just goes, enjoy your trip back to the elemental plane of fire. I'm sure there's lovely sights there. I've not been, probably wouldn't fit in, but enjoy.
No, you would likely vaporize.
Oh, I don't like
Turn
that
to
sound of that.
steam.
Well,
All right. He heads on out.
You
and,
first, Eder. I don't like the sound of these screeching. You better get your shield up. Keep me safe.
All right. So, before we head on in here, I would like to take a short break. So
Yep.
this is a good time to go grab a drink and such. But
Right.
yeah, you ready yourselves as you push the large wooden doors open. You can smell the smell of animal feed and straw and blood. And we'll come back to that in a
Blood.
few moments.
All right.
Alright,
Be right back.
This will be where I take my leave then, unfortunately.
2, 1.
Oh, I've still got a blank screen on Foundry.
Oh, hold on. Then wait.
Oh.
Wait, hang on. I'm gonna refresh.
We are back, but just give us a few moments, having slight technical difficulties. So enjoy
Okay,
this
it's
hold
trying to get-
music.
Just as well.
If-
Do, 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 do.
If you're stuck on a black screen, it might just be that it's loading. If not, then just do a refresh.
Yeah, I'm just like, it was taking a long time to load. It was giving me but I've been turned away for like 5 minutes, and I just came back, and it's still a blank screen. So
Okay.
I don't know what it is with Foundry. If it's just
Give it another
doesn't like me,
refresh.
I'm not doing it right. It always says like you do not your screen doesn't have the proper resolution.
It's an odd one.
No.
I can always ask in the Discord later to figure that out. But
Eh,
for now,
let's see. It's loading now. We'll see.
just try and get in while we describe this next room. Okay,
Yes.
so entering into the stables, you see that there are 3 haggard-looking creatures. They are humanoids with vulture-like heads for heads. These are the Nagpa that serve and do tasks in the hut. They clearly are a 3. You've seen them before as a 3, but currently they are cleaning instruments. There's like these hacksaws and pliers and wrenching tools. They're bloody instruments. And they are in the midst of currently cleaning them, placing them on tables and such. Last time you came here, there were bloodied feathers and wings on the table. They seem to have since cleared those up, even though they are still visible on the map. And instead, you can see there is fur and other bits of pieces. You're not quite sure what they are, but maybe if you got closer, you could have a little look and investigate.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
Yeah.
they do hear you open up the large wooden doors, and they creak open, and one of them turns around with a kind of squawky, raspy voice, and they are speaking in common, but it's really hard to understand them at the best of times due to their kind of their dialect. But they're like, "What are you doing?"
Good whatever time of day it is. It's so hard to lose track near. We were just having a look round, checking up on things, and just wanted to see what's happening in here. Doing anything exciting? I can see some fur making.
Mutilate any innocents lately? Yeah.
I was trying.
busy. Oh, wait.
Well, can we assist in any way?
They look towards one another and then back to you. Clean. One of them suggests.
Was that?
Clean.
Yeah.
Come in.
Yes, Eridanus will walk in. And he's just
There
gonna, as he's actually going to, this is gonna sort of be weird. He's gonna pull out his quarterstaff and shape water around the end into sort of like slimy-like sort of water and use that to start sweeping up. Water broom.
Good. Clean.
So-
And he starts to walk away as you clean these.
So I sort of looked to the other two. So what were you working on? Anything interesting?
Your business.
Fair enough. I'll keep cleaning. Why don't you two go have a nice sit down? I'm sure you worked yourself to the bone.
Roll a persuasion check. To
Oh.
just completely leave you to it. Yeah, okay. Judging how you are actually able to clean, they do seem confident that you are going to fulfill this task. So, they kind of shrug and take you up on your offer. And you can hear them nattering to themselves, and they're like, one of them saying like, actually, roll me a perception check as well, because they're getting far away as you hear this.
I will guidance myself for this one because,
Okay.
but 24.
Yeah. 24. Okay. Yeah, you can quite clearly hear them. They're saying, "Still got one left to prepare." Is basically what you hear them say. Just around here.
Has the other one left, or is he just sort of standing there watching?
The other one has gone down slightly, and now is further south. He's about like 60 foot away from you, but he does every now and again glance back over just to make sure you're
Yeah,
not up to anything.
yeah. Aridanis is gonna continue his cleaning and just sort of glance over at the others and be like, just sort of like make gestures if like pretend to clean whilst trying to find out what they're doing.
Daya can barely keep the disgust off her face at the blood and the gore, and she's kind of looking out for any creatures who are still alive that maybe she can help a little bit. She's not gifted with animals, but last time they were doing horrific things to unicorns or
Yeah.
Pegasi,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
she's just trying to maybe bandage some wounds or something, looking for anything useful to do, but she does not. She's not happy, not
I'll
comfortable
tell you
here at
what
all.
then. As you kind of wander in, and you are looking for that specifically, there are two ways. There's the south, which you can smell this waft of brimstone and sulfur coming from. The north smells much more like animal feed, and you can smell straw, and you can see there's these wooden like shelters, and that looks much more like there would be like animals, if any.
Yeah, I'll go north to where the animals
Yeah.
smell is the shelter, the stables, I guess.
Yeah.
So
So
as soon as you go on,
yeah, I was
Oden.
gonna say you said there's like excess fur and stuff here, right?
There is, yes.
Right, Aridanis
There's
is
a-
gonna start sweeping that into a pile, but as he does, can I tell what sort of fur?
Okay, roll me a nature check.
Yeah.
Okay, it is brown, it is coarse, and it's kind of a bit of mud in amongst it, like matted.
This is
This
like wild pig, boar sort of thing, right?
is exactly that, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no,
And
please say it's not.
as you come around the corner, Dyer, you see that there is a stable, one which has just the light smattering of feathers still in it. The stable itself is empty. You can see the water in the trough has gone stagnant, and even the horse hooves, the horseshoes, they've gone like a little bit rusty as well in there. On your right, there is another similar situation, an empty stable, but this one the water looks fresh, and there's still like, well, I'm gonna say at this point, as you're looking in it, give me either a perception or an investigation check.
I
And
would
I'll
like
do
to
that.
do a perception check probably, but I mean
Okay.
I'll need to ask you to do that for me if I can.
Yeah. All right. So you got a 12. Um,
Mm.
Look around. There's a bit more fresh mud here. It's weird how it's kind of scraped and sort of smattered up against the walls. Like normally it'd kind of be just to the ground, but you can see
Is that
flecks of mud up against the walls. Um,
is that the type of thing that looks like something's been fighting, or
that's if
is
you,
as
yeah, either a messy animal that's just shaking off its fur constantly, or signs of a
Mm.
struggle.
Oh.
But with a 12, there is enough to also see one of the most obvious things, and that is there is a snapped piece of ivory in the
Oh.
center, roughly in the center of the stable. And you can also see the traces of rope around it that have kind of
Mm.
been tethered and snapped. And as you look over the ivory, yes, it is very clearly a tusk or horn of some sort.
Mm-hmm. Is the cage open? Can she go in and grab it?
Yes, the cage is not locked or anything. The doors are actually
Okay.
wide open.
So
In fact,
she'll
it looks like the hinges
yeah.
have been a bit busted off.
Okay, so she's gonna go in and take some of the cleanest straw and sort of brush off any mud, clean it off a little bit. And she kind of pats it as if it's alive, and we'll just carry that around with her in her arm, like tucked into her arm as she continues to look around for any living creatures around here.
Grizz is side by side with you now as well, Di. He seems to have a grave-looking face on him as he spots the tusk in the corner.
Do you think it's unicorn, Grace?
No. That's unicorns have the spirally bit.
Hmm.
He
What
kind
is
of
it
comes
then?
over to it. He's gonna have a quick look himself as well. He's gonna roll a nature check. I don't know.
Hmm.
It could be a horn. It could be a tusk of. Not sure. I remember though, when animals were here or near the hut, they would go to mutate. They like get strange. They just didn't look natural.
Yeah,
So this could be some sort of like growth.
could be. I
Mm.
I don't know. Do you want to take it? I want to see if we can
Pretty big. I'll take it. So he
maybe
grabs
put
a
it
hold
to
of it.
rest somewhere, bury it somewhere nice.
Yeah, Eridanus is going to continue sweeping, but once he's got a good pile of the fur up, he's going to sort of head down here a little bit and try to find the seemingly leaves Nagput, and just like, excuse me, sorry to bother you again. I was
He's
wondering.
currently. Sorry, yeah. He's just to describe what he's doing. As you get closer, you see that he seems to be currently like shaking his staff in this southeast direction. Sorry, southwest, and seems to be casting some sort of spell. But he turns to you. What?
What do you want me, like, I've swept up quite a bit of the blood. What do you want me to do with the extra fur? Is there somewhere you want to put, specifically? Down here, maybe? Eridanus tries to walk past him.
Yeah, he doesn't stop you, but he gestures towards this alcove and says, "Burn it!"
Ah, excellent. Is that a rat down there?
Yes. A rat scurries away from your sight as you get closer.
Oh,
Ugh.
I like your staff, by the way. Did you make that yourself?
Yes.
No, did it do anything fancy, or is it just, like, purely for spell casting?
Smells disgusting.
Oh, what does it do?
He turns to you and demonstrates, I guess, and casts a firebolt at the pile of fur that you just put down on the ground,
Oh.
and it incinerates.
Oh, very
The
nice.
smell of burnt hair is wafted into your nose.
You have a great accuracy. I mean, you didn't miss a single bit.
Oh. Although it was a very small, controlled fire at one point of
Yeah.
damage. Then, also, there's something else as well as you're this close. He seems to be using something else in his other hand, perhaps as a focus, but he definitely has it now you are close enough to see. It is a large crystal ball, and there is some sort of like image in there that's kind of shimmering, or maybe it's just because of the angle that you're looking at. But he tries to tuck it away and like put it like he's cradling it so that you
Yeah.
can't quite get a good look at it.
Yeah.
And his hunched figure is not helping that.
Yeah, Eridanus will pull out his star map and like, I've got a crystal ball too. This one allows me to see what the stars are doing.
This is a prison.
Oh, prison for what?
The beast
Oh, nice.
Monsters! Ah!
Uh,
Anything!
got anything trapped in there at the moment?
Hmm. He looks at you and just sort of squints. Doesn't seem to appreciate your nosiness, but
Aradon is just trying to be like, oh, it's just I've heard recently that you can imprison things as powerful as elementals and things like that. And I've been trying to learn, so I thought if you've got something in there, maybe you could show me, and that might be a good learning experience. But
roll a
if
persuasion check.
I will guidance myself because I am not great at this. Haha! But my persuasion holds true today.
Fine, fine! Just stop talking!
And he shows you the crystal ball. It is at first this kind of blazing fire, but as it kind of clears and simmers down, in amongst the smoke, you see a four-legged third beast stuck, like it's been trapped in the glass. The fire seems to be the only thing that's animated and moving, but as the flames lick around its tusks, its face, you can see this was perhaps one of the most wild-looking, almost untamed beast you've ever seen. Its fur kind of like sticks up on end and like more like spines now rather than fur. Its horns, they curl upwards and back. They seem to be just like either mutated or wildly changed. In fact, you being from the Fae would see strange creatures like this all the time. Foxes with abnormally large tails, or butterflies with mesmerizing patterns on their wings, and and such, like stags with horns that kind of curl and spread into like a massive canopy. This boar has seemingly taken on some Fey qualities, and the horns and tusks have just grown wildly out of control.
Well, that
The
is an
flames,
impressive beast to have trapped.
Yes.
Oh,
as he says that, he turns back to here, and as you look over there, by the way, Eridanus, it is completely dark and abnormally dark, like it's pitch black.
Adonis sort of goes, well, I'll go back to my cleaning then. Thank you for the for that, and I'll be sure to dispose of the hair and such. All right,
Let
thank
me
you.
just do this.
And he'll just start wandering back up.
Okay. All right. You head back up. Tanner and Ember are sort of a little bit by themselves at the moment, just besides themselves, probably talking. Okay, Dyer. You can hear the sound of a scraping sound and then a light whinny sound, like faint, but maybe more like a
Okay.
whimper.
Okay, I will rush over to that, to any whimpering sound,
Okay. You
wherever it
come
is.
around the corner to see
Mm.
that there is a Nagpa is currently in the midst of tugging at the chain. The chain attached to the ankle of a beautiful, elegant white Pegasus. Their wings are, they look damaged somehow. And as you see them try to like flap them, the Nagpa like swats at them, try and put them down, like push the wings down. And you notice that they are clipped. The feathers have been like cut along the tips of them, so that and you can see the evidence of that all around. There's just feathers and feathers lying strewn around the ground. There is fresh
Yeah.
straw and fresh water, but this horse is whinnying, and it is
Mhm.
the most terrified and like sad sound you've probably heard in a while.
I immediately rushes up and pushes the Nagpa away from it.
Hey! Hey!
What are you doing? Hey! What's wrong with you? Leave it alone. What have you done? Why do you always do this?
They look at you with like a scowl in their face, and they say, "We must! We must!"
No, you don't. Why? Just get a horse if you want a horse. Leave this thing alone.
The other one says,
Own mother! Own mother! She gives orders.
What? What does she need it for?
This is her personal stables. This is where she creates her own horses.
Why does she need a Pegasus to create her own horse? Why not just take a horse? Or make something out of magic or machinery? This beautiful thing didn't deserve this. Surely, if you work with animals, you must know this isn't helping anybody. This isn't an animal that's been wounded like this is of no use to her. Surely you can see that.
Foolish elf! You do not know the magics. You do not know the ritual.
I know nature. I know what animals serve, what purpose magic means in the world. A creature like this, wounded, deformed, maimed, it's any magic that it had, it's been long lost. Just let it live. Let it go.
And
What did he say?
"He said he can't."
Bone Mother says we must create nightmares.
There's got to be another way to do this. Did she say you have to mutilate a Pegasus? In those words.
Empower them.
What were her words? Tell me.
They look back towards one another, and they turn back to you, Dyer, and say,
Well, words came from night.
"Yes, yes, night!"
Very well. What did Knight say?
Craft me powerful steed and
And
one of fire, one of flight.
that's all? Is how do you
Yeah,
is this the only way you know to do this?
ways may seem barbaric,
Mhm.
but you can't argue with results.
I can actually. If this is the way you do it, then yes. Tell me, these creatures that you're hurting, do they are they obedient? Strong? Are they powerful? Do they follow your orders?
You hear a whinny of almost like defiance this time, and they kind of like stamp the ground at the chains, tugging at the Nagpur closer.
Mm.
Hey, hey!
And he tries to back away, and the actual Pegasus even tries to take a swing with its hoof, but it's
Mm.
too restrained.
Well,
They
question
will
answered then.
learn. It will learn obedience. Once ritual is complete, they follow orders.
They follow orders.
Yes.
And these mindless beasts that follow your orders, do they have any of the spark or magic of an actual Pegasus? A free Pegasus?
They have fire. They have flight. They are everything a Pegasus has and more.
She looks at the Pegasus in the stable.
It is. You can see now closer, Dyer, that the sides of the Pegasus's cheeks are also wet with tears
Hmm.
as this is being recounted. And it looks at you with an intelligence, Dyer, and
Hmm.
a longing. This is an intelligent creature. It is roll an insight check, and I guess I'll try and roll that for you. Unless, are you in now, or is it still a black screen?
Nope, I've still got a black screen.
Okay.
Sorry.
Might be able to tune into the stream and watch it that way, but
Yeah, I'm watching it on the stream on my phone right now.
okay. All right then.
Uh,
In that case, an insight check. Wow, you got really
Insight
good.
check.
Diet.
Okay.
You've been around intelligent animals before, but this is something even more. It's almost as if it's listening to your every word, and as it looks back and forth from the Nagpur when it's talking, and then back to you when you reply, you can tell this creature actually understands the conversation that's being held here, and is following the conversation along. It understands
She
common.
yeah. She watches it listening and is not quite willing to go up to it and get kicked because it's still a frightened and wounded animal. But she does kind of turn her back on it so that she's facing the Nagpa and putting herself between them and it. And says, "Fire and flight. You never thought to ask the Tinker Hags or the fire elemental who works here? You never thought to ask Tesserask or Terig or Daruka if they have any intelligence about other ways to do this? You live in a magical hut, and mutilation and abomination is the only way to do this? Disappoint me, Nagpa. I think Baba Yaga, if she saw what you were doing here, the results of your little experiment would be disappointed as well."
What? You dare insult us? They seem to get aggressive. They pull out staves, both of them, and they say, "Get out! Get out!"
Absolutely not. No. No,
At this
I
point, Eridanus, you've
she
caught up at this point,
Yeah.
just as this is heating up.
Eridanus.
sorry,
there
go
are
on,
many
continue,
things there are many things I will stand by, but this is not one of them.
Oh,
Last time I was here, it was too late to do anything, but this time, no.
I
I
agree.
Oh, you
I won't let
are
this
too
continue.
late. You are too late. We've already made one. And the other one replies,
And we even made a new thing. Something we didn't think possible.
Yes, you've twisted a boar into a monstrous fey creature.
"You fags!" Grid like roars and like almost clenches the horn till it cracks. "What did you do with Grump?" And you hear the Nagpur kind of like snicker slightly.
Why don't you pull back the veil and see for yourself? I can't promise you'll like what you see behind the curtain.
They gesture towards
Oh, Chris.
the south of this place,
Mm.
and Tanner looks to you and says, "The darkness, Eridanus. Is there something in there?"
Yes, something. I believe it is the creature that they had within the sphere, a boar with horns, tusks that was strange. It reminded me of a fey creature, but not. It's been warped. If anything, I'd say it's almost of. Yeah, if anything, it looks like it would belong in the Fey Dark.
"That's Grump!" Grizz exclaims. "Faithful Grump! I remember him." And only I can conjure an image of him. He thinks really hard, and it's possible. Old faithful Grump, the boar he found outside the goblin lair, the strange horns that twisted back, spines kind of growing out behind his ears and such, and round his cheeks.
Hmm.
He turns back to you, Dyer, and you can see Grizz is reaching for his axe. Dyer?
You want to? I'm with you if you do.
Didn't come here for this, but Eridanus looks over to the Pegasus and lets out a sigh, and then
Eridonis, you don't have to, but this for me is cleaning up. And she yeah, she's gonna get out the retribution staff and bat it lightly against her hand as if it's a cricket bat.
Okay. As soon as you draw weapons, Grizz and Diet, you're clearly announcing this is about to go down, and the two Nagba also have pulled out their own like wands and staves, and I need everyone to roll initiative. I'm gonna even roll the
Woot,
Pegasus
woot,
on.
woot.
Get this.
wish I had magic left.
Yeah. Oh, it's just 2 vultures. Well, 3 if you count the one at the
This
bottom. Who can hear this conversation
yeah.
going on? Probably is making his way
Yeah,
towards you. But...
how bad can it be, right? They're 3 vultures. We'll be fine.
Oh, the Pegasus is up first, apparently. I'll roll Ember, Tanner, and the others. You just need to roll your initiative, James.
I swear I just clicked that, but whatever.
Oh, my apologies. Something.
But yep.
Okay. Oh, Ember's up first. Damn. Okay. So, yeah, he knows it's go time, though, clearly. And it's going to bring out... Ooh, wow, he's looking empty. All right, cool. Well, we'll start it off with a good old fireball then.
Yep.
Damn, man. What happened? I guess you guys really went ham on those chain devils.
Yeah,
All right, Ember
we've been
flicks
burned for a
forward
while.
like almost like a yo-yo. He just flings forward a ball of flame that rolls down his wrist off the ends of his fingertips straight towards one of the Nagpa. And let's give it a fireball. Oh, that's a fireball. There we go, fireball. Nice. Streaks across and
That should
hits
be
him right in
that
the
should be
side of the...
6 damage, not 5.
Oh, yeah.
But
Okay. Do an extra one. All right, let's go down the line. So we have the Pegasus, who, upon hearing this, you can see them trying to... They like urging their ankle forward, almost like to be freed or released.
Mhm.
And you can hear the
Is it
rattling of the
is it
chain.
is it a chain that we would be able to unlock, or does it need to be like? Could we just? Is it a mechanism that we can just sort of twist and let go, or do we need a specific key for it?
You will have to have a closer look on when there is the time, but it
Okay.
doesn't look like a particularly powerful or magical looking chain. It's definitely not animated like the other ones were.
Okay.
But it's clear that the horse doesn't have the capability to undo a clasp
Yeah.
if it was one. Okay, let's go down to the first Nagpa right at the south end of the room. Okay. Yes. He's got something to say about this. He strides forward a little bit, hearing this is getting out of hand. Aims down the corridor. Ember's shot the first. I'm going to give it to him. So Ember is going to need to roll an intelligence saving throw. Even being next to Tanner, that is a fail. So as soon as he fires that fireball, kind of like turns his head around, looks directly to his side, and seems to back away from the wall suddenly. And he's got a face of fear. And he's like, we gotta get back! Run! And he seems to be just kind of trying to get away from something that no one else can really see there. But that's it. That's all these gonna happen there. Dyer, you're up.
Okay. First thing I want to do is run into the Pegasus's little chamber there. I want to try and see if I can let it out. If it's like just a simple manacle lock that I can undo, or if there's something, I want to see if there's something I can break. I want this thing loose. Yeah.
You get up to it, and what you anticipate is that the creature to maybe lash out as a injured and abused animal would, but it doesn't. It stops. It clearly is afraid and fearful of what's going on, but it does actually lift up the chain for you to examine, and the lock does require a key. There's a small little keyhole on it. You can
Do you know where the
probably
key is?
assume
I'll say to it. Yeah.
it.
Is it one of the
Okay, yeah.
Nagpas?
In that case, then it nudges its head towards the Nagpa, the
Okay.
closest one, in fact.
Towards which
Yeah,
the one at the back? Okay.
the closest one to you.
Okay. Yep.
And seems to be
I will.
whinnying.
Yeah.
Mm.
I gotcha. Did that take up all of my action?
I'll
Like
say
to do that investigation, or
not to do that. No, it didn't.
okay. All right, then I will rush over to the Nagpa closest to me, and I'm gonna strike at it with the staff. Yeah,
Okay.
hard as I can.
All right.
Up
It is ready
to
to
double
do
attack.
battle.
Mhm.
Okay. Go right ahead. Oh wait, that's me. All right. So staff. What a staff, two-handed.
Two-handed quarterstaff. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That cracks across him. Tries to bring up his own staff in time, but you're lightning fast. Managed to get straight past his defenses. Extra attack.
Yes, please. A flurry of blows. Two monk attacks, unarmed strikes.
As he staggers one way from the blow, you swing it round, and with the other end of the core staff, crack his lower beak, and it like goes like ragdolls almost. You've broken his lower jaw for sure.
Okay. And
And
as he's reeling and over, I will do an uppercut with one hand. Smack him in the face. Like as he's going down, I'm pushing my hand up. And when he
gotcha.
hits that, then it's a kick, a side kick to the side of the knee. Bam.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, flurry of blows. That does use up a bit of key, right? Go 8.
Yeah, I've got 9, so I'm down to 8.
Okay. Like, alarm strike. There it is. Woohoo! Ouch. Okay. He is blasted. Like literally, he can't defend himself after you've punched, uppercut, kicked. He is just falling backwards and literally falling to the floor as well.
And I'll say to him, hand over the key, back off. You don't have to die.
He looks. His companion looks back and goes,
Ah, I think he is dead. I think he's already dead.
Well, good, because if he's not, he was going to be shortly.
Ah,
He turns to you. You'll turn Eridanus.
Aridanis is going to sort of go, how dare you treat a creature such as this in such a way? And as his bonus action, will assume his starry form of the archer.
Okay.
There you go. Yee.
And we will start with that classic bonus action as part of that. We'll start with the classic Nisha's arrow.
All right. He doesn't expect this. He doesn't have a high AC by the looks. He's unable to block it and just strikes him straight in the head.
ah.
And then, because Grizz is up shortly, or shortly enough, Eridanus is going to walk over to the creature, tell it to hold still, and he is going to attempt to use Frostbite on the chain as his action to freeze it so that it can hopefully become brittle enough to break.
Okay. Roll damage. Frostbite.
Oh, that was meant to be targeted at the nag pistol, sorry.
Okay. You did
8 damage.
Okay. The metal definitely gets briny looking. It looks brittle, maybe. You'd have to really strike it hard still, but
Yeah.
it's definitely having an effect.
Alright, that's me. You want me to take
Okay.
Tanner?
Yeah, if you can.
Okay, considering we got an enemy coming from behind, and Grizz is probably going to deal with that one. Let me just check the range on something. Those are 30. Okay, so Tanner will go 30 feet down. You can see the other Nagpa. And what's the distance? Ooh, 60. So this will be at disadvantage because... Actually, wait. Ah, no, that's an... What's that? He will control click for disadvantage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hurl a spectral javelin at it.
Okay. But that one, he is going to use a reaction to cast shield,
Okay.
and the magical barrier does block the javelin just in time.
Okay, and then I don't know how many of these he has. 13, right? I guess at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will throw a second one again with disadvantage, but
That one will still hit him, even with shield. Alright, so you hear like shattering, breaks, hits him.
and then for does he have anything he does a bonus? Too far away. Oh, so he's got that left.
Okay.
For his bonus set, no, he never normally does that. So yeah, that'll be it for Banner. I think he's just gonna have his shield ready, floating next to him, and have his glaive ready to smash.
Grizz is out of rages, but that doesn't stop him from being very angry. And strikes towards this neck, but ooh, I'm gonna shield that one as well. And the second strike. Ooh, another miss, just barely because of that shield. I'm rolling advantage as well. I'm just rolling bad.
Yep.
Yeah. So he doesn't manage to block both of Grizz's axes. Ah! And you hear the squawking underneath.
Your precious boar. Oh, you upset?
And the other one at the bottom, he's definitely concentrating on something. Like, I need to roll a con save for him real quick. Yep. Okay. He maintains whatever he has done to Ember, and Ember is just flailing backwards. He pushes himself away. Ah! Ah! He looks at his hand as if it's something just hurt it or hit it. And as he stumbles away, he's going to run into this stable here. And it's like he doesn't even see his own surroundings properly. He trips over a bucket, stumbles past a chair, and nearly lands in the trough here. And then looks down at the trough and goes, ah! And like freaks out as if he's seeing one of his worst nightmares. And that is going to be his go. Okay. It is back to the Pegasus. Or rather, she tries to pull out from the chains and still stuck there. But it is back down to the original Nagpa. He says,
Your knight will learn of his treachery.
and he turns immediately to his left, brings up his staff with a small rattle. He seems to suddenly create a magical field in an archway that's just out of view of everyone else. And there is a cold, chilled wind that suddenly floods and rushes around this corner. And you can smell this kind of swampy bog scent that accompanies the wind. And as he's swirling the stuff and rattling it, you can hear this barrier kind of break away, and the archway seems to have created something in the middle of it, but you can't quite see it. But he is probably squawking loudly, like he's trying to alert someone. And then he'll jump back into cover after doing that. Okay,
Did he go through the archway, or is he just?
you can't tell from this angle.
I can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Daya, you're up. Oh wait, did I forget the other neck? Right, hold on. There's one right in front of you, which would have gone straight after Grizz. So do him. Mm. Okay, yeah, Daya, let's give you. Actually, Grizz is a problem. Okay, both Grizz and Daya can roll wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
And me to roll for Grizz.
Chris, if you can roll for me.
Okay,
I'll roll for Grizz for you.
that's pretty damn good. That's a 20.
Okay.
Grizz, however, just check. Fail levels. I believe that is a fail. So Grizz suddenly freezes up as he's swinging for a third strike. He just kind of like gets stuck there, and that actually allows him to back away from him without provoking any attacks of opportunity as well. Grizz tries to like grit his teeth, like, and that's it. He ends his turn somewhere on the other side of a doorway as he opens up this door right at the top. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's just stepping through this doorway, and you can see a whirling fog, and he just disappears into it. Now it's your turn, Dana.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I go get to the dead Nagpa. I assume he has keys somewhere. Root around for
Yeah,
some keys. Or is
that
the
will be an
Pegasus
action.
is the Pegasus still chained up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just wishing that
Eridanos
Eridanos didn't break the chain.
Yeah, Eridanos froze the chain to try to weaken it, but it's still going to take a heavy blow to break it.
yeah.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
will
she's
be an action to root through his belongings to find the key.
okay.
If you
Yeah,
wish
that's
to do
fine.
that, fine.
I
Okay.
would like to rush through, find the key, or the
All
set
right.
of keys.
Yeah, you go through his robes, which, by the way, absolutely stink of like bird droppings and dry, musty smells, and it is awful. You almost want to retch as you go through them, but reaching into a pocket full of like guano, you do find there is a set of keys.
Okay. With my bonus action, I will toss them to Eridanos.
Okay.
Say, get that thing free. Let him take his own revenge.
You hear another whinny from in response to that. And then you see, yeah, they seem to be offering up the chain towards you, Eridanos.
Yeah.
Do you want to unlock?
Yeah, Eridanos will unlock the chain.
Okay. The clasp around their ankle has been done up so tight, you can see bruising and scabbing around it, but there is still a definite sign of relief, even perhaps through the pain, as it's like unclasped. And you see them take like a short bow as a thank you, and then they try to flap their wings to get forward momentum and flap. They get like just like a foot off the ground before they kind of come clopping back down, and they skid round the corner, look, but they don't immediately look towards the Nagpa. They actually look south, and they're going to make their movement as a held action to do the. There we go.
Would
That's as
Eridanos
far
be
as
able
we
to
get.
grab hold of it? Like sort of ask, mind giving me a lift? And just sort of grab hold of it as it goes down that way.
Sure, yeah, you can allow that. You
Yeah.
can grab on, and
Yeah.
they get to there
This-
though.
This poor creature has been now going to get sat on top of all the other abuse.
Eridanos asked. He didn't just like leap on.
True.
Okay.
Consent is important.
Right, and then he still got. So was it my action or my bonus action to use the key?
The key is going to be an action as well to unlock it for me.
Okay, I can't see that. So okay, so Tanner, 1, 2, 3. Still can't see it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. He'll dash. Okay, he can see it, but I'm guessing it has partial cover.
Yes, it would have some cover there, half cover.
Okay, that's fine because I'm using my bonus action instead.
Oh, something else you can see. The archway has created a portal. Through it, you see the fog and similar shades of violets and purples of the Gloom Glen.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
like that.
interesting.
Tanner is going to use his bonus action to try and cast Compelled Duel on the Nagpa.
Okay. Wisdom save, right?
Yeah, and it rolled and got a 6.
Oh, full 16. That's fail.
Yep. So it now has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than Tanner.
Okay.
If it and it must make a wisdom saving throw to try to move further than 30 feet away.
All right, got it. What else? Let's just go. I think.
Yep.
Okay, cool. It is Grizz. He is paralyzed. Tries to make the save. He's still stuck.
Okay. Oh, no, I don't like what's been rolled onto the board.
This is good. Getting rid of everyone who's not here. It is the... Oh, there's something else Tanner now witnesses right at the bottom of initiative. Through the bog, you can hear the echoes of the Nagpa squawking, going distant into this. And just around a tree line, you see the flare of a fire. It kind of sparks and appears out of nowhere. Like, it's not that it comes from behind the tree, it's that it's almost just burning into existence. And as it does, it pushes back the fog and creates a clearing. And charging straight towards him and the portal, atop a black steed with a flaming mane, is an armored knight. The knight.
Does he actually get through the portal this turn?
The horse does, yes, which means him atop of it will also reach in time because he's riding on top. So this isn't Knight's Go, but rather the Nightmare, and that's going to be its full movement to dash through the bog and get up to Tanner, in fact. And as Knight appears, he looks over what's transpiring here, and says,
I knew it was only a matter of time before you turned on us.
He draws a long sword, and as it does, it ignites in a hellish-looking fire.
Come then, Paladin. It is time we test which is stronger, the light or the darkness.
As for the other Nagpo, who's run off into the smoke, well, he's going to be a little bit devious. Hug his head back through the fog, and the target... Go target Dire, because you're the closest.
Sure.
What to hit you with? That is the question. Yeah, let's do that. 17 to hit.
And
feel
he
like
does
these
not
guys-
hit.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. I feel like they need more plus to hit than that, especially hit you.
Yeah, she will just kind of step away very calmly. And can I shout something back at him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go, Knight, you don't know what you're talking about. Have you seen what these things have done? There's no way that a witch would allow this.
Of course I've seen. I ordered them to do it.
And you're as incompetent as they are. And I guess we have to have it out.
Incompetence. Huh. Bear witness.
And you see he kicks his stirrups, and like this massive flame juts out from the mane of the horse, and just sort of like moves towards Tanner. That is,
Oh god.
we'll
We're all
see.
gonna die. Sorry,
This is-
guys. I shouldn't have annoyed the
I wasn't
brutal-
expecting them to bring Knight in. That's one of the reasons I sent Tanner down there, because I thought we could deal with that, but
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Knight to show up either. We're screwed.
not
That is a
necessarily.
bad thing. I mean, it's so... Tanner, it looks quite small compared to Knight, as he's like looming over him on top of this powerful war horse. Yeah, he looks back at you guys and judging whether to run or not. You have freed the Pegasus, that's one thing, but there's still Grizz is like shouting, like,
No,
I guess
gotta
it's without
get-
wings, though.
gotta get Crumb.
he's trying to say. Okay, it is Ember's go.
Who is still doing whatever.
He's still freaking out, and yeah, that guy is definitely concentrating on some sort of horrific spell that
Yeah.
is affecting his mind.
We need a restoration, but Tanner's gonna be too busy. Yeah. And Grump is all the way at the bottom, right?
Grump, yeah, he looks like he's at the bottom, or at least you can guess as
Okay.
much. Okay. Yeah, looks like Ember is still freaking out. This time, you see him run from one side of the stables, nearly trip and barge into you, Eridanus, and then runs back into the other corner and takes another d6 of psychic damage. Ah! Ah! He sounds like he himself is on fire. Or maybe for him, his worst nightmare is something far, far colder. Whatever it is, he's not enjoying it. It's gonna end his turn, I'm afraid.
Yep.
Freaking out.
Alright, Pegasus, take me
Okay.
down further.
Okay, alright, he does so. Let me see how far they can go actually. Quick. Over here. They've got quite a bit of movement, but I'm afraid it's not as much as it would have been with the wings. But it can dash and get you all the way up to Tanner if you so would.
Yeah, it can get me up close.
Yeah? Okay. You want to keep going, or...
No,
Is here
I'm
good
gonna
enough?
end there.
Okay. Alright. It is the Magpie who's hiding around the corner. He'll be brave enough to turn around the corner and sees Knight is engaged with Tanner, so instead he will fire a firebolt around the corner
At
towards you. Eridanus.
disadvantage. Because of compelled
Okay.
duel.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's got that duel going on, hasn't he?
Yep.
Yep. All right. Cool.
Aha.
Yeah. Natural one. Oof. All right. Yeah. He looks towards Tanner. You can see his hand like pushing towards, and it instead fires in between you and Tanner. Just hits the wall. All right. Okay. He can't move away either, can he?
Nope. Well, he can't move
Nope.
more than 30 feet away.
Okay, he struggles. It looks like he's trying to get through the portal, but that is actually 30 feet on the cusp. He's like stepping through the portal, like, "Ah!" But he can't. That's it. Dire,
Nice job.
you're up.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to dash down.
Okay.
How many feet down it is to where Grump is locked up?
At
Is
least
that- is it
150 feet.
At least 150? Okay, I'll go
Yeah.
down 100 then. I will dash. And
Put you right next to Eridanus and the Pegasus.
okay. Yep, that's fine with me. I will hide behind them. But yeah, that's my next goal is freeing him because yeah, I don't want to get within a knight's circle. So
Yeah.
I'm just running.
All right.
Yep.
Well, speaking of knights, he is up.
Can Eridanus
Good
speak
lord.
before it's his turn? In this case, I do just have one thing which might influence Knight's turn slightly.
You can speak
Okay.
during my turn.
Yeah.
You can have my.
Essentially, what I wanted to say was, you say you want a battle between who's stronger, the light or the dark, yet what sort of coward rides a mount in combat against someone who has none?
He turns to you. So you wish to test my fury instead?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
No, I wish for you to wait until Tanner has mounted up with what I have provided him.
You have a mount.
Yes, but I'm not the one you want to test. So let Tanner mount the thing, and then you can have a fair fight, and I will deal
you
with
can
your
roll a-
Nagpa.
You can roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Yep.
You think he is bound by honor and things?
That was... I know he's not, but it was like literally... Yep.
Yeah, there's that one.
Yep. I tried.
Laughable. It matters not. In fact, because of the natural one, he says, why don't I just test everyone? And you see, instead of bringing the sword down on Tanner, with his other hand, his free hand, he begins swirling this kind of shadow between his fingertips, then grips it like a serpent that's writhing between it. He palms it onto his other hand that is now gripping the sword in a reverse grip, and the shadow suddenly coils down the blade, rushing towards the tip. Before it reaches there, he slams the sword down, like reaching to the floor, and it cracks into the floor, and a burst of necrotic energy ripples out from him. I need everyone in a 30-foot radius to give me a Constitution save.
You. Can you please roll for me, Chris? Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, damn it, Tanner.
As well. Okay, die you succeed. I think. Wait, let me check. Where's my spell level? Where's my casting? Oh, that's a fail. How close are you to Tanner? You're 15 foot away from him.
I'm within 10, but it's not going to make a difference for me.
Nope, it's not. I think that's Tanner's radius is 10 foot, right? On
Yeah.
his aura. Okay. You're just out of range now. This is gonna hurt. So tendrils of blackened energy flood out, and with such force that it actually lets out this loud, explosive, booming sound. And you're gonna cast this spell. Oh, yeah, okay. The one. Cool.
Oh,
I
God.
didn't even roll it. Alright, I'll just roll it manually.
That's going to hurt.
Yep. So 21 points of thunder damage. And then 5d6. 13 points of necrotic damage. And you're all knocked prone as well. I need to roll for the Pegasus. Good lord. It's not good. +50 and then in Tanner's aura
Yeah.
that gives them +4,
3, I
is
think.
it?
Plus
Is
3?
it +3? 3 I would actually make it
Yep.
Somehow, the Pegasus manages to rear back, perhaps expecting this, and actually manages to save. So, only going to take, was it 34 halved to 17?
Just
Okay.
see. Right,
And
so it was minus 21. Oh
34
god.
to Turner,
Ah. He died.
34 to Diet,
Tanner
and Eridalis.
Tanner is showing a 0 for me now. I don't know
That's
what
because he
happened.
just did his health. Oh god.
He was on he was on like 70 something, I think. I think it was on 72.
Yeah, he had 38 health left, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna drop it anyway, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he just lost his concentration, so the Nagpa
Okay.
can now act as it
Yep.
likes, but
Is it a saving throw that he gets his aura added to as well? Right?
I mean technically yes.
Yeah. So that's a
16, which is still a failure because it was 34 damage and 17 was the DC.
Yeah, it was.
But it
just
doesn't
failed.
matter because the Compelled Duel was going to be dropped on Tanner's turn anyway.
Okay. All right. That is his action to do all of that, and he lifts his sword back up, like with a heavy weight, it seems, and spins it back round, and grips it.
Okay.
You're still standing. That I'm impressed, at least.
Okay, it is Eridanis' go.
Making a choice between options. This is not a good
this
place
is
to be in.
This is a bad fight.
Okay. Is there an action or anything to dismount?
No.
Okay, dismount.
I think it does use half your movement though.
No, that's fine. So I wanted to get to.
It's not like getting up. I mean, you're just kind of sliding down. It should be a little
Oh wait,
easier.
I was not
Quarter-
prone, but
quarter
I was
movement.
on the back of a horse.
Oh yeah, you were.
So
I mean, it's half your
So you
movement either way.
slide onto your feet.
Yep. So I just wanted to move to there so that
You
I
just roll off.
with part of I'm going to use my bonus action to try to hit the Nagpa with because I want to get Ember from dying from psychic damage. So I'm going to try to
break it.
Yeah.
Breeze is still trapped too. Yeah. I don't know how to free him from that.
Could use his reaction to shield it. Yeah. We'll use another first level spell slot and reactionary shield just in time to block Niss's arrow.
Oh, that's later. Okay, and then for my action, I shall target Knight instead. And I might not have spell slots left, but I am a star cleric, so I do have something I can do left.
That's it.
Yeah.
Guiding ball, alright. It does hit him, and he does seem to take the damage, but he literally laughs at it as if
it's gonna take more than a few specks of light to drown me out.
Yep. Okay.
And judging from your staggering stance, you're gonna run out of air before I do.
Yeah, Eridanis will say, technically, Baba Yaga said she didn't care what actions we took, so therefore we're not breaking any rules by doing this. Technically.
Then likewise, I won't be breaking any rules by killing you.
True. Sure we can't settle this over a cup of tea? I'd appreciate it. Eridanis is just like...
Let's forget straws now.
Yeah.
Tanner is up.
Literally, we have nothing.
Yeah, it's a bad fight. Like,
Alright.
very clearly. Knight
um,
is godly strong. Or
Right.
ungodly, rather.
So for Tanner's bonus action, he's gonna have to do it at second level. I'm gonna have him.
Just as a quick thing, clearly at this point, Tanner knows when he's in over his head.
Yeah.
After just a single spell, he's already bloodied, and looking around,
Yeah.
you are all looking injured and
Yeah, I
damaged.
just don't know how he could get out of this without.
Tanner is
Yeah.
probably going to side on the side of fleeing on this occasion.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take the initiative and do that for him
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably
So
the smartest move.
to retreat, you could go down past, or could go up. Let's see.
Could go get Vorn. Like, go head back into the forge.
Yeah, Vaughn is a potential, but he is somewhere else now. He's kind of moving on through the hut, and that was a few minutes ago
Oh,
now.
is he? Oh, okay. I thought he was still in the workshop, and he owes us one.
He was, but he said that his work had just finished, and so he was
Mm.
he'd be heading out.
Yeah.
Then what Tanner will do is, as he's gonna retreat, he'll look to Dyer, say run, and then we'll activate the Cape of the Mountebank and take Eridanus out of the area because they're within.
That is a perfect action, and I completely forgot he had that. That is really well played.
And I don't know where he would go. Perhaps.
You can see through here.
Well, the thing is, with Dimension Door, you don't need to be able to see it.
No, true.
So, it's the hut.
If he misjudges
Yeah,
in the hut, he doesn't want to end up in a bit of a Tyro situation. So
yeah,
I would say he wants to go somewhere he can see.
yeah,
And I mean, to be honest, you can get like 100.
yeah, probably
35
Dimension
up.
Door up to where Grizz is.
That sounds good. Okay.
And he'll take Eridan with them, I guess, because they're next to them.
Yeah.
And Dyer's fast enough to run.
I can make it,
hopefully.
yeah.
All right. Good action. He's still got movement after that.
Yeah,
He could run into the smoky hallway.
Um,
Or just stay there for now.
yeah, he'll probably stay there, but just in case, like, Knight has something ridiculous. Actually, before he teleports, or he'll actually use a second level spell slot just in case the Nightmare gets to do anything to cast Shield of Faith on Dyer before teleporting, giving her an
Okay,
extra 2 to AC.
Hold on though. Does Cape of the Mountebank use
It says it's
your action? You can use it to cast a Dimension Door spell as an action.
so you
that
wouldn't
is
be
him
able.
casting.
So you wouldn't be able to. That's a shame. I'm
You
just
can do a lay on hands or something, or maybe.
no, but that's an
No,
action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. my friend.
I've got a high AC, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
just trying to think if there's anything that Tanner could do as his bonus action, but no. No. Literally the only other thing I could think of is hoping that Knight is an undead or a fiend and using Turn the Unholy.
Yeah, it's created a lot of distance at the very least. Let's hope that's enough. Okay. Meanwhile, that is still Grizz's go, and the one who has paralyzed him is still able. Gonna have him roll a quick Wisdom save at the end of his turn.
The one who paralyzed him, did he not escape up the front, up the top door?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's still concentrating, unfortunately.
he is, but he
Is there a distance limit on that spell, though?
No, not once
Hmm.
he's cast it. But in luck, he does step through the fog, not expecting Tanner and Eridanus to literally be right there next to him, and he lets out a squawk of, "Oh shit, my pants!" And he quickly just swings at one of you. Let's go with, I guess, Tanner. No, Eridanus. You're much easier to hit. You can tell. You can
Aradana,
tell.
Tanner, Shield Master.
Yeah, true. He could use his reaction to do that, or could use his
No,
reaction to just
protection
swing at the
even.
thing.
Well,
Yeah,
he wouldn't be able to use his reaction to swing because it's not moved out of his.
no, but you could imagine he's going to,
That's
as
true.
he has
Yeah,
been in
yeah,
and out of
that's
here.
true. Like Eridanus will, Tanner will ready that because Eridanus can take a blow.
Okay, all right, he's gonna whack you. That is gonna hit, and he's gonna shillelagh as well, and hit you for an extra d8. So you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, though. There's an extra 4 for you. You're on 30.
Yep.
It's a solid hit, but you've taken worse. These guys clearly aren't the toughest. They're just cruel and malicious. He is going to then provoke an attack of opportunity as he backs away into the smog again. So both of you get a reaction.
Yeah, so I'll roll mine first. Eridanus will, I guess, swing out with his quarterstaff. He's not very good with it, but he'll try anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, hits him. And Tanner?
And Tanner will...
I guess he'll take a long... Oh, he's got a glaive.
Yeah, he'll probably use his glaive because he seems to be favouring that recently.
Yeah.
So... Glaive... Oh, for some reason I was targeting Tanner. 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
And what's the damage on that roller?
Just roll again at him. At this time targeting the thing. Okay, so 10 points of damage. He looks injured. I'm going to roll 2 con saves for him. Passes. And passes. He's still got the grip, the hold over Grizz. And he does disappear again into the fog. This time you can hear his footsteps actually charging on, distant, trying to get away. Okay. It is... Is the nightmares go before that? But the nightmare's currently being used as a mount.
Yeah.
It's in like mount mode, so it's not making attacks. So it can still dash and move around at the very least. Hmm. Chase after everyone? Yeah. Let's move it around. Okay.
Would provoke
you
an
see
attack opportunity, I suppose?
No, we're going to position it there. From the
Yes.
Pegasus, yes, but not from Dire.
I don't know if the Pegasus would. Pegasus isn't one of us to know.
So the Pegasus sees the other horse flaming, moving around and maneuvering, and goes out of their reach. All the while, you see the head Dire. The eyes of this creature are locked on the eyes of the other horse, and you see them getting wet with tears. And it does not even make a single strike, or even posture to hit the nightmare.
Yeah, it may have been expecting a little much of it for it to rescue us in this fight, but oh well.
Nah, I think there's more to it than that.
The Ember, good lord, Ember. All right, it's time for Ember to face his fears. He's gonna roll an intelligence check.
Does he get a wisdom throw or anything?
No, he doesn't unless he slaps himself and looks around to actually inspect what he's taking damage from. But he has run through back and forth. So at this point, he needs to like get it together. He's like, what is happening? Ah! Wait, hang on. Is any of this even real? We was in the stable a second ago. He's gonna roll an investigation check. Oh god, yes, it's very real. It hurts. Whatever it is, he's in pain, and
Oh, of
yeah,
course.
he failed. He sees this whatever it is as real. Takes another 5 points of psychic damage.
So he's
I'll have him.
cowering in one of the cells or
He's
one of
gonna
the
run
stables.
again. He's trying to get away from whatever it is. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna have him dash. Wait for me! Don't leave me! He's running after you. Can you
As long
not
as we don't
kill
have
the?
to, as long
Go
as we
on.
don't have to drag him with us, I was worried that he wouldn't want to come, that he'd be stuck cowering.
He turns and says,
But,
can you not kill those things first? And he points behind him, and Grizz is just stuck there like.
I will
I can
shout
hit
back
you
at Ember.
from the-
Anytime you want to help, that'd be cool. Fireboy. Yeah.
Okay, it is the Pegasus go. You see it try to pick you up from behind. Do you allow it?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It grabs you, pulls you on top of it, and begins to gallop to the south. It is an intelligent creature. It knows when running is actually a better option. And it's not provoking an attack of opportunity because thankfully you're being dragged. It's going to dash a full 100 feet. We'll actually get through the portal. Not the one to the outside, but I guess it could go through there if it wanted. That does look more free. Like that speaks to me like more freedom than going down the hut. You know what? Yep.
Yep.
You're getting taken back out of the Gloom Glen. Vroom, straight through the portal, nearly trampling into that Nagpur on the way. It would use its reaction, but I think it shielded, so...
Can I take an attack of opportunity for swiping by close enough? Can I whack it from horseback?
Unfortunately, this isn't your go, but...
Ah, bugger.
Okay. But the horse is going to drag you 50 there. You're now 50 foot away from it. You're just getting pulled too fast to even get a good swing on it. The Nagpur
Okay.
out here, though, turns... No! You can't get away! And he's going to try and stop you. Hmm. Oh, let's see. That's concentration. But he has got movement. Okay, he rushes up, brings up the crystal ball, like literally dropping his staff to the ground for a moment, brings up the crystal ball with both hands, looks through it, and tries to like position the Pegasus so that where his eyes look through the crystal ball, it appears as though Pegasus is inside it. And then he's like, "Ugh, got you!" And at that moment, suddenly you see the Pegasus flinch. We're going to have it roll wisdom save. Oh, natural 20. Oh, my God. That was
Good
good.
boy.
No! You hear like a crack sound behind, and you see the sphere is just fractured slightly. He like drops it to the ground, picks back up his staff, and he's stomping in a tantrum. Meanwhile, this Pegasus lets loose these wings, trying to fly, but still can't. But it is enough to buff it away the spell that is trying to hold them in place. They didn't get this far. They didn't get to experience freedom to have it suddenly snapped away at the last moment. It has got the willpower to bust free from that horrible spell. Okay. And you're probably wondering, does that break concentration on Ember? No, it doesn't. This is a magical item, which is some weird effect. But it does break the previous containment. And Dia and everyone else in the stables just hears a distant, echoing squeal.
Yes.
And out of the darkness, we can start to roll on Grompsko. But see what happens.
Not too
LB
late, buddy.
large beast 06. Eyes at the bottom. Right. That is the... Okay, Nagpus go. That way, yeah, we've done that. Dia, you're up. So,
So
you're in the Gloom Glen, 50 foot away from this Nagpur.
I'm in the Gloom Glen. Do I see anyone else in the Gloom Glen around? Like, are there reinforcements? Like, because that Nagpa was shouting a lot. Is there anyone else besides Knight who came?
No, looking around just seems very quiet, very eerie. This is probably the area that Knight patrols. when you first
Mhm.
witnessed that dark rider in the woods.
Okay. I'm gonna slide off the Pegasus back
Okay.
and turn to face it and say, I hope you have somewhere to go or somewhere to heal you, because your best plan right now is getting away.
Uh,
That they get
He's
as
quick
far away
walking.
from this place as you can.
You can see that at this point, he has moved away from the portal to he had to catch up to you to cast this spell, and
Mhm.
so he's looking back at the portal and is probably about to turn and run, but you're actually within running distance, I think, if you wanted to get back up to him, but it's up to you.
Of the Nagpa?
I think, yeah, if you were to step of the wind, you could
Like,
get back up to him
yeah.
easily.
Okay.
You are on
Then
10
yeah,
hit
I
points.
will.
Up to you.
Do I only have 10? Oh crap.
Yes,
Okay.
that disruptive wave
Um.
with numbers
Mhm.
on the
Yeah,
party.
I can't see my hit points right now. This is very
Okay.
annoying.
You're on 10 hit points, 8 key, and
Breaking his concentration would be helpful.
Well, I still have a crossbow.
Okay.
And my short bow actually. So yeah, I'll slide off the Pegasus, send him on his way, and I will send a short bow towards the Nakba. And
Yes, because you like land behind the Pegasus, and as you're like patting them on the romp to go, it's at this point you notice
yeah,
that they're
I'm
actually
talking to it
they're a
as I'm
female.
drawing my bow out. Sorry, as what am I noticing? Sorry.
You notice they are a female Pegasus.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
that
hope you have
is.
people to go to. Good job.
It turns around. It doesn't seem willing to just immediately flee all the way yet, but anyway, you get to take your 2 shots. So let's do that
Yep.
real quick. Crossbow. Oh, sorry, short bow, right? Short bow.
Short bow.
Okay, that's a hit. That's another hit. They're really
Nice.
good hits. They can't shield those. Both of them strike into him. Gonna roll 2 con saves. Oh, and he immediately fails the first. And at this point, it's Ember's like, ah, ah, God damn it! It was an illusion. Ah!
Yep, and then Eridanus is just going to point, but he's not, so run.
Whoa! Knight's here. He doesn't even realize in
Mm.
the midst of his panic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's now changing up his actions. Okay, the Nagpa reels back, pulling one of the arrows out. He's just letting blood gush from his torso. He is bloody. Knight is up.
Good.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna use the mount's movement. Could go after die, gone that way. But most of you are running up north. Nagpa's that way. Yeah, we're gonna go out. Okay. And we can go at least 50. Can't get to you unless I dash. Now he has got some range attacks. So instead, he's gonna aim towards the paralyzed Grizz and the now sane Ember. And he doesn't get in range for a strike with his sword, so he brings up his other hand again. You see the gauntlet glowing red hot, and a fiery ball expands there, and he clenches it like he's trying to compress this heat and pressure until you see it like shaking and reverberating. So at that point, he rears back and flings it towards both of them, and I need them to roll dex saves.
Well, at least Grizz has
Ember and Grizz.
advantage.
There's a 20-foot radius. Jesus. I can get everyone in that. Hold on a second. Yeah, I can get everyone. All right, all 4 of you roll dex saves.
Right. I'll roll me first. Look, in range of Tanner, which could make all the difference. Yay! And then
That is good. You need to succeed in this one.
I'll roll Tanner's dex save, which won't be as with his +3 to bring that to a 16 might not be too bad. And
16 is not
wait,
enough.
no, it's
Oh, wait.
more than a 16. It's a
Yeah.
deck save, right?
Yeah.
So
Shield Master.
yes. So he gets to add his shield's AC bonus, which is another +3, so that's 19.
That makes it a save.
Whew.
Okay, and then finally Grizz.
Who has
And I'll do Ember.
advantage? Because it's a...
Oh god, Ember rolls on that one.
But
He's
Ember's
just
the least
coming out of this.
resistance.
He is. That's the saving grace. Grizz, not so lucky. He is taking full damage. Alright, this is...
Actually, Grizz automatically fails. He's paralyzed.
Right, yeah, exactly, you're right. Sorry. Alright. And I don't want to have to do this, but it's pretty nasty. This is going to be the fire to begin with. The flames that explode from this, like, compressed
Oh no, I just realised
star
what this is going to be.
is like a supernova as it erupts, and with it, there's these black tendrils in amongst the flames and sort of surge up into living things. You can see the straw immediately rots and turns to dust. That rat that was in the corner just like skeletal, and Ember is, in fact, even feeling the pain. Oh god, that's a lot. 34 reduced half for him. He's on 15, 17 damage to Ember. Grizz takes full 34, and it's not done yet.
Yeah, I think I know what this
That's
is.
just the fire. And then that, oh my god, it's a big roll. Not necrotic damage. Grizz is unconscious, unless... No, I don't think even Stone's Endurance is going to save him on this one.
And I think Ember's probably following with the necrotic.
Yep, Ember is unconscious as well. Eridanus, I think even passing, you are unconscious.
Yeah.
And Tana is... Does he... With Shieldmaster, is it like evasion?
Let me just check. If you have subject to an effect that allows you to make a deck save, throw 20, take half damage, you can use reaction to take no damage. He hasn't got his reaction. Because he used it on the attack, which means all three of us are down.
All
Or
three.
four of us, even.
Rid of the... Oh no. Everyone goes unconscious.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I mean, that
Oh.
is the power of... That is the power of a death.
Yeah,
Whoopsie.
as soon as you as soon as you started casting that spell, I'm like, oh no.
You realize what he actually is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a fallen paladin.
Yeah.
Right. That is dreadful. Dreadful turn of events. It's just as you was about to run out into the foggy hallway, perhaps your freedom knight just obliterates this one end of the stable. Flames have licked up and probably set fire to the other two stables next to it. And as the smoke clears, there is just a pile of bodies laying burnt or rotted. And that is not good. Eridanus, I need you to make a death save.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
I actually, okay,
Mhm. What? Oh my god! Eridanus! That light, that fading light, shoots back into your mind like a falling star, and then illuminates your vision once again, pushing back the smoke and fire. You can look around, see your allies. The strewn battlefield of ruin lies before you.
Eridanus is going to play dead and just sort of look over towards Knight and hope that he buggers off now that he knows he's taken us down.
Well, you do get your action as well, so you could hold something, or do you want to just stay put, just do nothing? That's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold... I don't know if I can. Can I hold an action to wild shape?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold an
I'll allow
action to wild shape if he starts going away. Actually,
Okay.
you know what? yeah, I'm just gonna hold the action to wild shape.
Okay, got it. And it'll be like after his action.
Yeah.
Okay, Hannah needs to roll a death save as well.
Come
This has got-
on, luck.
No freaking what?
My God.
What? Someone want to explain to me what's happening here? What? Dude,
He's got
20 in a
guts.
row on death save of all things. God damn.
Well,
Holy
well,
cow, must be
well.
just do this. Can't
Seems like
believe that.
somebody's making his dinner date after all.
I'm, I am shocked. That's insane. That is incredible. All right. Same. Perhaps being next to you, he too feels the lights. He still sees Raziel trying to reach out from the Shadowfell. He too needs to fight back against that darkness. Light will prevail. Boom! His eyes shoot open. He takes another gasp. He sees exactly the same as you do.
He has an action. Yeah, he's gonna. Because there's
Maybe,
a
I don't
few
know, it's up to
people
him.
down. He's gonna. Is anyone that? Thing is, the only person within range is Eridanus, and getting Eridanus up anymore isn't gonna help.
Okay.
He's going to
Hold it?
hold his action to lay on hands on just a couple of points on himself. The trigger being again
After to see what he does.
Yeah.
Nightmare. Night. Okay. All right. Holding a lay on hands. Let's see how that goes.
right.
Grizz.
Do you want me to roll for Grizz as well? See if I get the
Yeah, I
third?
mean, this is ridiculous. No, 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 no freaking no, dude, what? No, come on. What? Not even.
I
What?
don't believe it. If I didn't see it, I wouldn't believe it. This is no.
Are you freaking kidding me? I've never seen this shit before. Actually, to lie, once on Connor's game, something very similar happened in the middle of. I think he was there, wasn't he?
Oh my God! 3 20s on 3 death saves,
Fucking
or
believable.
a TPK is the other option. What? This is not.
And Grizz is back up on one as well.
What?
Is he still paralyzed? He might be. If
Yeah,
so,
I
he's
think
playing
so.
against
So
the
he's
wall.
just like. "Ugh."
Is he? But the
still paralyzed.
concentration was broken on the Nagpa, right?
Yeah, but that was on
That
the
was
one on
sure.
Ember.
That was
No.
Oh, that was
Ember,
just the
yeah.
Ember one. And it was
Yeah.
both. Okay,
Nah.
never mind.
Unbelievable.
Eh.
Okay.
Well,
Grizz is not still paralyzed, but he's very much playing
I
dead.
think all of my luck might be gone forever now.
Forever, that's it. Yeah. No more good luck ever again. No, that was incredible. I've a streak of 3 nat 20s on 3 death saves back to that is legendary in my opinion. Fate just is saying no, you will live. That is, it's not even in my hands anymore. It's something else entirely. I can't even get over that. Incredible. Grizz at the same moment is perhaps feeling the presence of all of his allies going down, being helpless to have to stop it. He's not going to let that regret go to his grave. He feels a clenched chest, like in his heart. It beats one final time, enough to bring him back. Blood surging to every knuckle, but unable to still move them. He lays in a fit of rage on the floor, but he's still trapped by that horrible spell. All right, Nightmare, the actual mount. It should be going. I think I messed up on last time. It should be going on Night's Go, but it gets all of its movement basically so as a dash. So I'm going to hold this for now. On the Nagpa's Go, this is the one in the smoky corridor. I did say that it was running fully this time. You could hear it, like it ran a full 30 instead of trying to poke in and out. So he is still running because he's bloodied and doesn't want to even be part of this. Okay, so that's his go. You don't see him. It is unfortunately, I say unfortunately, we can see what happens. It is Gromp's go, and that weird, unholy sounding squeal is echoed again, and out of the darkness of that corner, you hear footsteps or hooves being scraped along the ground. They pick up into what is like a charge. I don't think you can see it from here yet, but as it goes past the
Ooh.
portal, Daya, you catch a
Ooh.
glimpse of a flaming, hellish-looking boar. They're just charging on all fours, its tusks aimed directly down the corridor towards something. It just flashes past the portal, and that's all you catch a glimpse of. For everyone laying on the ground, if you've just got your heads turned to one side, you can see something past night, but it's too obscured. But you can smell brimstone, and that squeal is definitely getting louder. It's horrible and ear piercing. Okay, Ember, uh, another nat 20. Have we got any more?
I can't roll for him, but he's the one I can't roll for.
Okay, well then in that case, just roll a single d20, and we'll see what happens.
No, like,
Okay.
yeah,
No,
my luck's gone. I think.
no, I don't even think it's luck. I think it's just fate. Everyone else can live. Ember, you gotta die, right?
Yeah. Enjoy your Thanksgiving
one,
dinner.
one fail. One fail
That's
on
what you
Ember.
get for leaving early.
That's it. You could have rolled it yourself and joined the nat 20 club, but no. Okay, it is the Pegasus's go, and no, Dire, it's not gonna leave. If you want to take out this creature, in fact, seeing it very injured, the Pegasus could just finish it off for you. It's gonna charge forward. Rears back and hoofs it straight across the beak before it has a chance to retreat. Did I
Wait,
hit?
straight across to where? What
Its
is?
beak.
Because it's. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in
Okay.
melee now with you,
Yeah.
and you were top of it. It is still alive, and barely. It's gonna have to
Pegasus only
try and
get one
retreat.
attack.
Um, it looks like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're only, believe it or not, they're only CR2 creatures.
Yeah, I thought they would have had 2 attacks for some reason.
Sadly not. Okay, the Nagpap reels back. Good. Not worth. Not worth. And he's gonna just pull away. I guess it does provoke an attack of opportunity. So, from the Pegasus.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, here's the other attack. Oh god, that was a much heavier hit. I can't even shield it.
Max
Yeah,
damage.
it also maxed and actually took him out. As it
Wow.
turns, trying to get
Damn.
past, you see it. The creature trips, and the Pegasus rears back as it turns around, tries to bring up the staff. The first hoof snaps it in half, and the second crushes the side of its beak into like shards and pieces, stuck in the mud of the Gloom Glen. Twitches again, and then lies still. It was its go, and that's it. Dire, you're up.
Brutal, but not undeserved. I want to insight check the Pegasus and see if it's. At this point, I don't know what's happening with the others. I don't know anything about the death saves, and I'm assuming that Gromp is following after the fight, and I don't think I can make it. So I'm going to turn to the Pegasus, and I want to see if I can tell it to make sure that it knows that it needs to get far away from here.
Okay.
So I'll say, hey, that was good. I hope that felt good. I hope. Well, they won't do it to anyone else now. But you really need to go because there will be others. And if you have family or a herd, get them as far away from this place as you can. This is bad news. Go on.
You got a 17 on insight, and at the mention of family, you see another tear run down their cheek, and their head turn towards the portal. They kind
Oh
of
no.
flap their wings, and yes, it's at this point you realize that their family was here with them. They were captured perhaps as a herd or maybe a pair. You're not sure who this is to this Pegasus, but it is definitely someone close.
Oh, are there others like you?
Uh,
Doesn't matter. Just get somewhere safe. I wish I could heal you or do something else, but I'm. It's going to be rough in there, and they will show no mercy.
it seems to nod at this. It does one turn, seems to hesitate and do like a full circle, maybe just to see how you react as it's about to go, and seeing like if you're still standing there stalwart.
Yeah,
It does.
I wave it on. Wave it on. Sure.
Okay. It then does the full 180 again on and begins to hoof its way through the mud and the gloom glen.
Yeah.
Okay. And it is actually your go.
Oh, it's still my go.
I mean, yeah, that was
Well,
mostly that
okay,
was the
that was
Pegasus. That was the
okay.
Pegasus go.
Okay, then I want to head. How far away is the portal?
So you're actually right by it. You could easily
Uh,
just step through at this point.
Okay, I would like to step through and stealthily peek my head over to see what's going on. I don't want to reveal where I am yet. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you a stealth check.
Mm.
12. Not
Mm.
very stealthy, but thankfully there is a squealing boar charging down the corridor, and no one's attention is on you. You
No
peek
one's looking
around.
for me. I just don't
Oh,
want to be. Yeah.
so you might be spotted, but this thing, this giant flaming hell boar, is charging straight towards Night and the Nightmare, and he has reared his horse around towards it to face it head on, and that's what you see. The rest of your allies are right at the back. All of them lay on the ground. There is charred walls, burning stables, and that's. It looks like a bomb went off.
Oh God, they're all dead. This is all my fault. This could not be more my fault. All right, she'll crouch down and stay hidden, or try to stay hidden. Yep,
Alright.
that's about
It
it.
is Night's go, and it is, of course, going to face this creature head on. Kicks these stirrups, like digging in these heels into the Nightmare, whinnies and charges forward. And that would be your held actions going off right now. So they have turned away. They're facing south down the stables. What do you do, Eridanos? You wild shape, right?
Yeah, Eridanis is going to wild shape into a dire wolf, which you'll be able to do,
Okay.
hopefully.
Yeah, let me handle that for you.
Yep. And then, as it's his actual turn in a second, I'll do the rest of what I'm going to do then.
Okay. Dire wolf. Polymorph. It's a wild shape. There we go. Cool.
Yep. And then...
Fresh set of hit points.
Yep. And then, for my actual turn, as Knight is left, I'm going to grab Grizz and then basically start dragging him towards, like, outside this door sort of thing, and sort of indicate with a head gesture for Tanner to get Ember up and follow.
I suppose if you dragged Ember at this point, Tanner would be able to administer the lay on hands, right?
That's true, yeah. I'll drag Ember then to there.
Okay. And then I'll spend lay on hands.
Yeah, and that's the hell. So that would have used like 10 foot of movement, right? Something like that?
So look. You were on the ground, okay? So
Yeah.
you do get up from prone, but You've got 25 foot as a dire wolf.
Yeah. And I'm a
You
large
could get-
creature, so would I be able to also start dragging Grizz back up here a little bit? Maybe not all the way, but just a bit.
I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you what. You can go down. Was it 5, 10, 5, 10? Actually, you started here, didn't you? So you go 5, and then 10. You know, I'll just say you can get him just like there.
Yeah.
That's as far as you can get.
Yeah. Best I can do, and yeah.
All right. Wait, this is a held action, isn't it? Technically, what you're
It
doing
was
is wild.
it's my held action to wild shape, and then on my actual turn, I'm actually I could use my action to dash. So I'll use my action to dash to grab Grizz and get him up next to, and
Yeah.
I'll up next to Tanner, sort of thing. So I'll just sort of drag him to there.
Yep.
So that
you can
on
dash.
Tanner's turn.
Do you want to drag him through the portal? Sorry, the door. So,
Yeah, I'll drag Grizz through the door and go that way
Okay.
myself, because he's obviously going to get Ember up and stuff, and then
all right, so you can move yourself through, and you'll see where you end up.
yep. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. You remember this place?
Yes, and I hate it so much.
But good job you cleared it out before you came here. All right, Tanner administers lay on hands as his held action on Ember, healing him up to 5.
Yeah.
He's going to save another 5 just in case. And he's up. It's his action. He gets up from prone. Going to help up Ember as part of his movement as well. Right. What else are we going to do?
If he can put Grizz onto my back, then I can carry Grizz, because Grizz is still paralyzed, right?
Good idea. All right. And he is going to move up, be the front man. He looks around the corner, doesn't actually see the Nagpa. And looks around like, where'd that thing go? Still holding that spell on Grizz. But that's going to be his action, really, because he has to get up and dash, do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So at this point, somehow miraculously, you just see all of your allies get up just as night turns, and you see them turn into a direwolf, drag away their bodies. Hannah gets up and heals someone, and they all just literally pull themselves back from death. You witness this. Your allies just like slinking away through the doorway as night has turned. That's crazy. All right, let's get back to Night's Go, because that's what's really going on here. And I think we're going to take 3 longsword attacks at Gromp. Swing. 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 Oh my god, is Derek asking in the chat?
Yeah,
Not good. Not good, buddy. That's how. All right. Whoosh. That is a truckload of damage from Mr. Knight here as he cleaves through this hellish flesh. You see each wound erupt in this hellfire, and this squealing agony is the only response it gets. It's awful. It's discordant. Sounds like he's being possessed by something. Gromp does not look happy. He's very badly injured from this. In 28, 26, 23 damage. That it would be enough to kill like most of you guys.
Yeah.
Good lord. That's his go. Tanner's up, and then Grizz. Grizz is gonna roll that wisdom save.
He's now within Tanner's range, so
Okay. Do you want to roll it?
yeah, why not? Let's test my luck. Wisdom save. 17 with Tanner's boost.
17 is a success. It's only the Nagpa's spell save DC, and okay, I'm good now. I'm gonna back of a wolf. Oh. Right, that's the end of his go.
I like to think that just for flavor, because the memory would be in his head, even though he never met them, he's actually in the form of the wolf that we had in the Feywild. So it looks like that.
What was his name? I've forgotten
Kane?
his name. Kane.
I think. So yeah, so
Yes,
Grizz
Kane.
seems to be on the back of Kane.
Kane, buddy! Oh, good to see you. He gives you like a head scratch. Okay.
His ear twitches.
All right. Bloodied and very near death, the Hellboar of Grump is going to fight back. He only knows war now, as that is what he has been bred for in this hellish form. And he's going to basically try to gore and dismount Knight. Don't know how this is going to work. Probably has just flat roll again. Pluses, plusy plus. And I don't know why your AC is broken there. Pretty sure you have 18 AC, no? Yes. Okay. So this actually hits just. So as he lifts up, squealing and charging, leaps over and just bounds straight into the chest of Knight. You hear that, like that armor clink as it lands onto the ground, shatters some of the stonework. The horse is rearing back, and the flames just erupting everywhere, but they don't seem to be harming Grump at all in the slightest. Knight does take some damage, and
Is this the first damage he's taken at all?
Knight's no, he has taken a guiding bolt. In fact, actually,
Okay.
technically, this is with a no, it only lasts a round, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Ember would be up at this point as well. To point out.
Yep. I
Ember
don't know what
is
Ember would
still-
do in this case. Ember's
Yeah,
like probably berating us for trying to get involved, you know, like they were doing some work, it's probably good, it's more fiery, it's a good thing.
Okay. That's fine then. He'll continue to just stay with the pie and try to navigate this space. It's Dyer's go.
Okay, so Di is still stuck. Are the
How do you mean
well,
stuck?
well, she's separated from her party,
Right.
and
There is a
the
doorway down to the south. Should you want to use that?
yes, I have that marked down as a doorway with a green light, but I don't know that we've been down it yet.
I mean,
What I
you because as you've seen like the misty stuff, you can probably work out what room that is, so you could try to go through, like as night's down, maybe dash for the stable exit and try to leave and meet with us the other side.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking, was try to sneak out through Vorn's workroom and meet up with you on the other side. Or just honestly, I have 10 hit points, and honestly just go to the bath and wait for you, but no. I'm gonna go through Warren's.
Okay.
I get it like stealthily, like as stealthily as she can. Sneak away as quietly so as not to be noticed by the nightmare and Night, and sneak up the stables.
Ooh, it's not stealthy. I'm afraid.
Oh, hey,
There is you
crap!
bump into the table with the tools. One of them falls on the floor. They clatter. You're slipping on the blood that has not been fully cleaned. I mean, the floor is wet, right, from where you cleaned it, Eridana. So you're
Yep.
gonna slip, but like
Mhm.
hit the table, clatter, 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 and then you open up the door, and then slam it behind you. Yeah, Knight definitely saw where you went, but he's currently prone on the ground, getting gored. So he's got to deal with that before he can even get to you.
Okay.
To this point, you could easily just go into a full run, knowing
Yeah.
that he's probably spotted you.
Yeah. I'm gonna dash. Not dash, but
Mm.
take my action to run.
Gotcha. Okay, that is a kind of dash. That is dash. Yes. All right. Running. You can get some. You're about. Yeah, you get up to the balcony. I'll say
Okay.
of the forge. I
Okay.
think at this point, pretty much combat over as Knight is going to get to his feet.
Disobedient beast, you are not ready yet. You still need your stirrups. And he is going to bring down the sword towards Grump. Everyone hears the death throes
Oh no.
of Grump. One
Oh,
person has to
Grizz.
pay for all this.
Oh no. Oh, buddy.
He uses half his movement to get back up on his nightmare, and is going to turn around, sees everyone has disappeared from the hallway with the crater. Ah! He's going to give chase to you though, Di, because he knows where you went.
Okay.
Uh,
And I know that he saw me, right?
yeah,
Okay.
he saw you. He charges into the forge, sees you, and it's going to have to. Well, that's as far as he gets, really. Dashing. He's on
Does
his
he
way though.
can he see me like from where I am up on the balcony?
Yes, because he's
Right.
on the other side of where the other balcony is.
Okay. Okay. All right.
But he's got to go down and then up to get to you. Or does he? In
As
fact, something new, you see, he is indeed using a beast of flight, as suddenly the creature gallops off of the balcony and is flying over the top of the forge towards your balcony.
Okay.
It is. We're gonna go unless you guys want to do something, Eridanus, Tanner, Ruse.
We're probably, to be honest, knowing Dyer escaped. Oh, but then the bathhouse is where they would expect us to go. Where would be
Yeah,
safe to go?
you
Sorry,
don't
we're gonna
know that
decide
I.
now.
Yeah. Okay.
Just move your token if you want for a turn. If you
Yeah.
bump into something, you bump into something. But just move a dash action, which is what 50, 60, 100 foot
Yeah.
with Grizz. Tanner's gonna follow behind you. Okay. You go through the winding, zigzagging, smoky, foggy maze, and you're fortunate, or maybe the Nagpa's fortunate, not to bump into the giant direwolf. But he must have gone in through somewhere, but maybe he's gone through a different turn to you, which he did. And I was going to see if you just run into him, but you didn't in this game. So I'm going to say for that, you basically evade that thing and also push on through. Next session, we'll decide where you want to end up. But we'll just get round back to the top with Dyer. This thing spotted you. It's charging over the top of the forge.
Yep. I run through the door that's right ahead of me, and I use a bonus action to get out the coil crook, the rope thing.
Yeah.
And use my action to cast
Rope
to
trick.
to do the rope trick. And can I follow up after it? Use the rest of
Yeah.
my movement to follow after it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I like
So
that. You go around the corner.
Get around the corner and then disappear into a pocket dimension.
Amazing. Nice. That's a ninja move right there. Knight hurtles through the corridor, charging full pelt, looking like he's about to trample down his prey, but then ends up having to kind of skid to a halt, not knowing which direction you've gone in. There's 3, 4 potential different directions. I'm just going to give him a random D4. He ends up going 1, 2 into the wine cellar, which is like a more direct path. And you just hear the shattering and smashing of bottles, of like stacks of barrels, and he has gone the wrong way. He doesn't even spot that you've kind of ducked around the corner and gone up. That was a slick move, I gotta say. And yeah, that is gonna end combat because he ain't gonna find you anytime soon. That's an hour-long spell.
Hour long, yeah. And she's gonna stay the whole hour there because, yep.
Yeah.
As for the other group, you use the hut's labyrinth-like maze to your advantage and not only get lost, but also lose. You not only lose them, but also get lost yourselves by that. But that is what we'll
Yeah.
figure out next session, because I think there's a very good stopping point,
Yep.
deciding where you want to go next session and licking your wounds. I cannot believe 3 natural 20s in a row on all death saves. Never seen that shit before. It's
There's a
incredible.
1 in
I
500.
cannot believe we all survived that.
There's
That
a
is
1 in
insane.
512 chance of that happening, apparently.
Oh, really? I feel like it's even harder. I'm sure. Well, maybe the math is right, but still, that's incredible. What the heck? Next session, we'll have to tell them all how this went.
Yeah.
We got the replay.
But
We got the replay to prove it.
We're fine if you leave us in charge. No, take a week off. It's all good.
to be honest,
Your
they're-
characters are safe with us.
They're fine unless you're Ember, because I'm apparently the death save god for everyone else.
Yes. Just wasn't feeling it for Emma. That was incredibly heroic. Wow.
Yeah.
And you still, even despite all of that, you actually managed to free the Pegasus in the same vein,
Yeah.
using the
Yeah.
same portal which Knight came through, using it against him.
And we
yeah,
took
but then
out.
we killed Gromp,
But
and
we
now
t-
Knight's after us. I
we
know, it's
t-
not
we,
a...
t- we took out 2 of the Nagpa, so potentially they can't do it again as easily. So that was also a benefit.
Yeah, I'm gonna consider it parting of the cleaning up. Vermin, etc.
Yeah. And if we didn't think we'd crossed the line before, we have definitely crossed that line now. We have burnt that bridge with a nightmare and a flaming boar. It is burnt.
Yep.
It is gone. There is no turning back unless we manage to kill Knight without anyone knowing and before he speaks to Baba Yaga.
Right.
We can conjure up a double Knight using the conjuration chamber and have them fight it out, maybe?
That I would be
yeah.
interested in seeing. I mean, if anything, the only person we know who could perhaps fight Knight, or if they're back at full power now, would be Twilight. Could at least stand at
Twilight
a
and Dawn
chance.
together.
Yeah. But yeah, that seems a good point to end it. I think we're all alive.
I don't know how. Oh my lord!
That was amazing.
Next session can pick up from here and see if they can find a place to rest. Till then, thank you very much for watching. Tune in on Monday as well for
not this Monday. Next Monday. It's next Monday.
18th.
Yep, and join us Friday for the Claude Coast Roll for Story, and again back here next Sunday as we see what the hell happens next.
Whoosh. All right. Take care. Bye.
Right, bye.
Bye-bye.